Hello? Check, check. I forgot to check. See if my mic worked. Looks like it's working. What up, y'all? First time messing around with this CHATGBT. Decided to maybe ask it some tricky questions. Thanks, Thomas. What up, brother? What up, brother? Just come up if you want. First, I'm going to start with, is space travel real? So it said, yes, space travel is real. Humans have been exploring space travel for more than a century and have sent numerous spacecraft and astronauts to orbit the Earth, land of the moon, and visit other planets and moons in our solar system. There's a bunch more, but it's a bunch more of this, appealing to the crowd. So I asked it to give me evidence that does not appeal to authority. What up, OTW? Come on up if you want. No. So it says, sure, here are a few examples of evidence that do not appeal to authority. Scientific experiments and studies. These involve testing hypotheses through controlled experiments or observational studies and collecting empirical data to support and reject hypotheses. Actually, OTW. So OTW. Oh, here we go. Wow, where is the link? OTW, have you been following the Garland Farms debate debacle that you kind of started? Hold on, let me find where the link is. Where's the link?
You just copy the hyperlink at the top.
There isn't one right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Do you guys know where the link is? This is really strange.
Well, normally it shows right there.
Yeah. Okay, invite. Here we go. I got it. Yeah, you hooked us up, but like after my last debate with him, like basically like a lot of really big English YouTubers like from the UK and stuff. I guess Garland's been like harassing like European vegan YouTubers for a long time. And so like they've reached out to me and like it's been pretty funny, like you know, like watching the little ripples that we started. Like it all started from me and Freedom Grower arguing. now there's been like two pretty big debates about it. Garland had another debate on that Crucible with this girl Vegan Gaze and this guy Nutrivore. and Garland just kind of yelled at him the whole time, and he's kind of turning into a meme right now. It's pretty funny, but it all you had some part in it. You coming in? But anyway, let's see what ChatGPT has to say. You coming in, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait for Allie to get here. There she is. Hey. So it said, so I asked it, can you give me evidence that doesn't appeal with authority? And it says scientific experiments and studies, statistical data. This involves collecting and analyzing data. There's corruption in science, and there's plenty of corruption in statistical data. Or it has plenty of the ability to be corrupted. Direct observation, this will be interesting. This involves using our senses to directly observe and gather information about a phenomenon. For example, we can observe the movement of objects, the behavior of animals, and the changes in the environment. So we can sense that space travel is real. That seems a little funny. Physical evidence. This involves collecting and analyzing physical objects or materials as evidence. As example, forensic scientists can analyze DNA samples, fingerprints, and what? So, yes, these are ways you can. These are ways of researching. Basically, he's listing. These aren't actual evidences. Logical reasoning. This is uses logical reasoning to support claim or conclusion. For example, a deductive argument that uses valid reasoning, true premise can lead to a logically sound conclusion. Suppose you want to prove that exercise is beneficial for health, but you don't want to appeal to an expert's opinion. Instead, you can conduct a study. Yeah, this is all BS.
Yeah, it's not specific to what you're asking.
No. So what should I ask?
Maybe like specific evidence about space travel, or like, yeah, can you give a specific piece of evidence?
Oh, yeah, space exists. Damn it. Not space travel. Observations, satellites. So satellites. It's like everyone's satellites. Space debris. Okay, I need to re-ask the question because I asked it wrong that time. Let me see if anyone else is here. Oh, OTW is here. What up, OTW?
Hello, sir. What's up?
How's it going, man?
Going very good. Actually, is looking forward to meeting you. Actually, I've never really got a chance to talk to you.
Yeah, man. How's it going? I'm Jeffrey.
Yeah, Patrick. Nice to meet you, man.
Cool. Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
I'm just messing around with ChatGPT, but yeah, so the Garland stuff has turned into a pretty big deal. Because he
was
basically
live and you were there, and anyway.
Yeah, I was there earlier.
I'm an on and off vegetarian dude and faster, so we're pretty much like on the same playing field. So
yeah, it's fun. It's been really fun trolling Jason and Garland because they are very reactive to it. And
dude, I've been arguing with Jason for years.
He's a pretty funny dude. Well, did you watch any of what happened? So
Not
you
really,
set everything up.
I actually think Garland's boring, but anyway.
Yeah, well, he's so slow.
He's a little slow.
Talcott. He's like, you're like, dude, get through it. Talk a little faster, please. So I woke up one day and I was tagged on YouTube, and it's all Garland Farms versus Jeffrey Phillips. And I was like, wait, who is this? And I didn't even know. And I asked Z the next day or something. And he's like, oh yeah, I asked OTW to talk to no, that's right. Z came on and he's like, I got a guy for you to debate. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was looking at his YouTube and I was like, oh, I've actually argued with this guy before. Like, he came to my Facebook page. Someone tagged him like months ago, and we kind of went at it over the crop death stuff.
Oh, so you knew each other?
Not necessarily. Like, I just bumped into him once, like on Facebook. A lot of anti-vegans go through my Facebook because I'm a pretty loud vegan on there. So I lots of people get tagged and whatever. But so I went and Jason had posted up like a little interview with him and Garland. And so the next day Jason went live and I went up there and just talked to him for a while, and it was pretty cool. And then the next day, and I was like, can you set up, a meeting with me and Garland so we can go over the premise of the debate? Because it's really important to agree on what the debate's actually going to be about before you go there, because then you can prepare and all that stuff. So we had like a 2.5 hour discussion, me and Allie, with Garland and Jason. And it was like, those dudes were the nicest guys ever. They were on their best behavior. They were talking about, we were all talking about really wanting to have like a good faith debate and really like learn from each other and like, like actually like get down to the actual facts and stuff. And they were just like, yeah, totally. And I was like,
nice conversation.
Yeah. And I was like a little like, well, these guys there's a good chance these guys are just like, running a game right now. So we agreed to basically plant-based versus animal-based diet. What does the most harm to the environment? Basically like kind of like an omnivore versus vegetarian kind of argument, I suppose, or vegan versus omnivore. And so then like in between that time and the debate, Jason and Garland kind of were like soft trolling me. They were trying to like, kind of stay on their best behavior. So they were trying to make it like I wouldn't be worried or something. And then we get to the debate, and like the fifth word out of Garland's mouth was basically starting to call us liars and saying, oh, all vegans say this and all vegans say that. And in a debate, you're supposed to attack the argument the person comes at you with, not, straw man their argument and attack other arguments. And he just, had a completely different personality that he did in our original conversation, which I was kind of expecting. But Allie, this was Allie's first debate she was doing with me, and she had done a lot of the research. So she started off. I was like, if we had a lot more time, like it went by very quick because Garland basically just talked the whole time at his speed, and we
should have interrupted more.
Yeah, we should have interrupted more. And because we are kind of respected, we were giving him respect. We thought we were there for a good faith debate, so we were like not trying to like, stop him, but he kept repeated like the same, we didn't have that much time. And so him and Allie kind of went back and forth for a while, and Garland was just kind of dodging the whole time. And then the debate was over. Like, it was just too quick. And the moderator is a anti-vegan also. I picked the Crucible because I want the bias not towards me. I don't want to go on a vegan biased channel. I want to go on a carnist biased channel. So, but I didn't realize he was going to be so biased that he, most debate moderators will, like when people get hung up on things, or people use too many fallacies or get stuck on something that's not important, or they get off of the premise. They'll call them out. Garland was, basically off premise the whole debate, and the moderator didn't really do anything about it. But anyway, we had a
It's
very
funny
good.
you mentioned that.
Very good,
It's
yeah.
funny you mentioned that because I had a debate with Garland and I shut him down like
Yeah.
big time. I even have one of those videos on my channel. You go look it up. It's Rant on Garland Farms with Jason John Swartz, and I go off on a
Yeah.
rant, man, and I shut his whole freaking war. I was calling it like warmongering, like creating something out of nothing. Because when you think about
Yeah.
it, think about the diet itself, right? Has nothing to do with the world or the climate and the agriculture, and it's all personal. It's a
Yeah.
personal journey. It's something that you do with yourself. It's a personal discovery. It's something even if you go from eating meat and all the way off to becoming a vegetarian. I mean, the culinary experience that you have is absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
So I mean, just from that experience doesn't mean that you're a freaking activist for people, like not people but animals dying in orchards and whatever in
Yeah.
agriculture. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with that, because you don't even think
Yeah.
about that when you decide to take care of yourself, and it's not about you. I mean, no, it is about you. It's not about the world and the rest of the planet and the crops
Yeah.
and the
At the end
animals
of the day,
dying and
definitely.
this
Yeah.
whole big debate about veganism and no, it's a personal spiritual journey. So
Yeah, there's
yeah.
like certain people that I want to debate about certain things, and Garland is the like agriculture crop death guy. That is his argument he uses against everyone around the world, like, so that was clearly like, all right, where I would rather do, a moral or some sort of philosophical argument on it. With Garland, it's definitely like where it's like a really empirical, like a lot of studies, it's a lot of numbers, which I get, isn't quite as interesting. But anyway, so the debate was over pretty quick, and of course, popular opinion was we lost. But he didn't do any debating, and then he got all ballsy, he like, they because of all the support from the majority, which is always what happens in vegan debates. They always lose, no matter how good or bad their argument is. You always lose the popular, opinion of who won or not, because vegans are in the minority, simply enough. So Garland got really ballsy, and he started challenging other people to debates. And he's all, I'm gonna go out there and kill everyone. And so I went on his live before he did that second debate and just smoked him on some stuff really quick. Like, he was just completely wrong about some things. And I came up there and just kind of, and it's a pretty funny video. It's actually, we just watched it again. It's really funny. But then he had this debate with this guy Nutrivore and this lady, Vegan Gaze from the UK. And Nutrivore is like a real nerdy debater. And they get up there, and the debate happens, and Garland just kind of like doesn't allow the debate to actually happen. Like, he didn't want to answer the first question they asked. And so it was like 2.5 hours of just like shouting, and the debate moderator like gave Garland a buddy, basically another guy that's an anti-vegan, to debate for him, because I think the debate moderator knew that Garland isn't the greatest debater, so he kind of gave him an out. And so it was basically 3-on-2, and then Garland didn't really no debate happened again for the second debate. But he kind of made he made quite a bit of a fool of himself, and it's kind of turned into a meme in the vegan community now, because he's just arguing some really wishy-washy points on a debate channel where, like, there's serious nerds, like serious nerds. So it's like he's embarrassing himself quite a bit.
You know who I think would probably destroy Garland Farms in a debate? I'll
Who?
give you 3 chances to guess.
This is the first name start with P.
No.
Okay. Is this someone we know?
I pretty much every a lot of vegans know him, that's for sure, or vegetarians. His name's Santos
Who?
Bonacci.
Oh, I know who Santos is. Santos. Didn't
Man, he would
Santos
destroy
do that
him.
the flat earth thing with Babe, your buddy?
Yeah, with
Lifting the veil?
Colin Smith. Yeah, lifting the
Yeah.
veil.
I don't know about that, but I'm debating Garland again alone Sunday. And
What do you think about flat Earth? Flat Earth. Your mic just cut out, dude.
Can't hear you. Nope. Nothing.
You just froze up too. I think.
I can tell you what I think about flat Earth.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening while Jeffrey fixes his
I'm not
audio issues.
convinced either way, but I'm definitely open to it. I think both sides.
Have you guys seen my video?
Globe Earth and flat Earth have fallacies. I have not.
You have not? Oh, guys, you got to check this out. I just made a flat Earth rap. It's my first rap song.
Oh, rap.
Yeah, I actually never.
Oh shit.
I'm a musician, right? And just like have a musical background, so I'm pretty much think it's cool, but it's like my first attempt. So obviously, like it's not like professional, but I could consider it amateur. But I think it's got a little bit of oomph. It's about flat Earth. Here, let me just bring it up.
We might have to watch it.
I'm gonna share you the link in a second. Maybe if Jeff can get his technical issues fixed. Yeah, we hear you, but it's like you're really far away. Maybe you should like drop out of StreamYard and come back in. Sometimes that helps. Maybe it's StreamYard is having issues.
Yeah, you can leave and come back.
Yeah, you can even refresh your page or something.
Still nothing. Ooh, it's just us. Are you a guitarist as well? Jeffrey was mentioning you play guitar.
Yeah, I play a lot of instruments actually. Play piano, guitar, bass, ukulele. What else? All kinds of percussion instruments too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I produce my own music, and I have a small recording studio here, and I do everything myself.
In home?
Yeah, there's a link right there. I dropped it in private chat.
No, I think you got to put yourself in the stream from StreamYard.
Jeez.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing.
Oh, you sound good now.
Yeah, Allie's a shredding guitar player too. She's just modest about it.
Not shredding, but I played for many years. I just picked it up again.
Oh yeah. So what were we talking about? So yeah, Sunday. I'm
my video. I wanted to show you my video.
Yeah.
Here, I'll share it. Watch, I got it right here. There you go.
Tommy, it's a Class A.
Here, I got my screen share out.
Oh, I got to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Boosh.
All right, so here we go, guys. Enjoy.
Yo, listen up. I got some bombs to drop about the shape of the earth. It's not what we thought. Forget what you learned in your science class. The earth is flat, and I'm here to tell you the facts. The earth is a disc, not a ball. All the proof that you've seen, I mean the writing's on the wall. The horizon is flat, and that's a fact. No curvature here, no time to backtrack. Flat earth, it's a different perspective. Open your mind, don't be selective. Question what you've been taught all these years. Join the movement. Open your ears. Yeah. Yo. Listen up. Check it out. I mean, NASA's been lying to us with their green screen and the CGI, photoshopping everything just to keep us
It's better than
alive.
Jeff Berwick.
We never been to space. That's all fake. Just a
Yeah,
plan to
right.
keep us in this mental mind state. The sun and the moon, they're not far. Just rotating above us like a shining star. They rotate around us in a circular motion. That's the truth. That's a flat earth notion. Flat earth, it's a different perspective. Open your mind. Don't be selective. Question what you've been taught all these years. Join the movement. Let go of your fears now. I know that it's hard to believe. Something so different, it's easy to be deceived. But trust me when I say it's worth your time. OTW is here to blow your mind. I'm not saying that science is wrong. I'm just saying it's been biased, that's all. There's a whole world waiting to be explored. But we're up in space fucking chasing unicorns. Flat Earth, it needs to reach the collective. Open your mind, God, be a detective. Question what you've been taught all these years. Push the movement, open your ears. Join me now, take a leap of faith. See what the world has to offer, it's not up in space. We stand together, strong and proud. Flat Earth, the truth, and we'll shout it out loud. Bang! So there you have it. I busted a cap. It's time to wake up, y'all. There's no time to adapt. The evidence is out there, just waiting for you. On this grand journey to truth. But what are we gonna do? We'll connect with each other from all around the world and share our stories in this new episode. We'll uncover the mysteries, the secrets untold, and find the answers that science has sold. Flat Earth, it's a different perspective. Open your mind, don't be so selective. Question everything that you've been taught all these years. Join the movement, let go of your fears. Yeah.
It's pretty good, man.
Thanks, man. It's not done.
Bars.
You could definitely be in my old band.
The skeptics and the naysayers too. We'll stand for what we believe and stay true. The Flat Earth Society, it's a community so vast, and we'll open our minds and break free from the past. We'll study the stars and chart the skies, unlocking the secrets as we rise. We'll find new evidence and keep searching for more. I continue on this journey like never before. OTW! A different perspective. Open your mind, don't be selective. Question everything you've been taught all your life. Join the movement, open your eyes. Flat Earth, it's a different perspective. Open your mind, don't be selective. Question everything you've been taught all your life. Join the movement, open your eyes. So there you have it, my Flat Earth rap. My belief in this won't collapse. I'm ready to explore, I'm ready to learn. On this flat plane and let their globe turn.
That was pretty good, man.
Whoa.
Definitely the best flat earth rap I've seen.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. It's not bad for my first rap, I guess.
Yeah, no, if that was your first, that's really good.
Yeah, I never ever wrote a rap song before, man. That was like my first try. And I figured I'd do it on Flat Earth. I just thought Flat Earth was like the best subject I could have wrote about.
Best Flat Earth rap I've seen. Not the first Flat Earth rap I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen a couple, but that one was good.
I think it was when All Gas No Breaks or some other show went to the convention. Some guy was doing a Flat Earth rap, but yours was better. And that's coming from a Globetard.
All gas, no brakes is awesome.
Well, thank you for
Did
the
he
compliment
just
there,
get into
Tom.
some trouble though?
Oh, the man. That's not the man, the myth, the legend that I thought would show up if I came up here, but there he is in the chat.
Oh, Talcott.
Who? Oh, really? Talcott's here?
Talcott is Talcott gang stalking you?
No, but whenever I was the person I was talking about, I shouldn't say man.
Is Talcott a
Ah.
vegetarian?
I think he is. I think he's vegan or vegetarian.
Okay, so my opinion's changed on him then.
At least to win your approval, he's probably vegetarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd have to come up and say that he is just to make sure.
Like I said, man, I'm all about at least taking my meat out as quick and painless as possible. But I will say I have 3 crates of the type of MREs we drop on countries to say sorry about bombing you, and they are both vegan and kosher, so we could just drop them wherever we might have
There's
pissed people off.
Vegan MREs? American vegan MREs?
Well, it's not actually like a military one. They are the ones that
Oh.
we drop as what's the word?
Sorry.
Whenever maybe I'll think of the word. Let me see if it's on the box.
Where the hell you been, Tommy? I haven't talked to you for freaking weeks.
Rotating non-enslaved channels, pretty much.
Yeah, I've gone
today
on a
on-
couple. I've gone on a couple panels to talk to you, and you just like vanish.
Last time I saw you, you were doing one here, and I told you I'd be back, and something got me fucking distracted. But yeah,
Yeah.
I never had any beef with you. Oh, these are humanitarian daily rations.
Humanitarian daily rations.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
I got some of
American.
those.
Wow. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. I didn't
Yeah,
know those
you can get
existed.
them on eBay for about $50 a box. There's 10 in
Yeah.
a box, and that's 3 meals a day if you count the Pop-Tart as breakfast. But yeah, they're vegan and kosher, and I've already tried them all. So I'll get
Tommy, you're
through
a
some.
boxer, aren't you?
Huh?
You're a boxer?
I did for a while when I first got out here, and when I was a kid, I was Taekwondo, and then they're just typical roughneck West Virginia fights. But my boxing was mostly to try and get my enemy from my criminal days. I thought he frequented this boxing tournament back east, and then after I went there and he wasn't there, we found out his dad of the same name was famous for winning a lot with an unorthodox style. So my
Uh-oh.
enemy never, yeah, my enemy never showed up, but he's still dead.
Oh. I was gonna say because Allie's best friend is like the top rank women's champion, and she lives around where you're from. Just was wondering if you might have known who she was.
She's from West Virginia or around West
Oh, I
Virginia.
thought you lived in Colorado or some shit.
I am in Denver, but I grew up in West Virginia.
Yeah, she's from Denver.
I've been in Denver I've been in Colorado about 15 years. Denver, probably 7 to 9 of it. A little hazy.
That's cool.
All my meth time was in Colorado. None of it was in West Virginia, ironically.
That's weird.
What does
West
satire
Virginia's
mean?
ratchet.
Right. In West Virginia, I just did weed, ecstasy, and hallucinogens. But out here, I hadn't planned on doing meth, but the guy that was trying to Bill Cosby me made me, or saw to it I would do meth.
Oh yeah.
What does anybody here know what satire means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Like it's like a almost like a funny mockery of something.
Yeah. Like, I
That's,
don't
like,
know, maybe
realistic.
parody and satire.
Yeah,
just more
parody.
like a thesaurus type. What is it? Synonymous?
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I was just like
Like,
somebody
you know,
left
the
a comment.
Onion. The Onion News is a satire news station. They make news articles that look real, but they're totally fake, and they're usually funny. But they're like a satire site.
And what's crazy about the Onion is when they hit the headlines where you have to check and see if it is the Onion, because it's just way too close.
Yeah, it seems
Like, man, that satire is almost real.
well. That's what was cool about the Onion, because they wrote everything and they made it look like it was legit, and it was like believable half the time. So you were like, "Wait a minute, is this Onion?" Like,
Right?
I don't
Well,
even know
and
if
then
the
in the
Onion's around
Facebook
anymore,
days-
but that was a good.
in the Facebook days, you'd have people share the Onion and talk like it's their source.
real.
And you're like, dude,
Yeah.
that is the Onion, bro.
Oh yeah. That's funny as shit.
So when you were talking to ChatGPT before,
Yeah.
you weren't asking it the correct questions. You got to be smarter.
Yeah, I
than the
was
machine.
getting
Okay.
to it. I wanted to kind of like
Yeah,
ask a bunch
I
and
just
just
wanted
kind
to
of
point it
wing
out
around to it.
because I've played with it, and you've got to ask it. You got to defeat it at its own game because first of all, I got to realize that it's been constructed with parameters. Okay, so it'll answer you based off of those parameters. So what you have to do is you have to use those parameters to your advantage, and you have to be able to put the parameters aside to be able to get the answers to the questions that you really want.
Can I
Got
assist in this clarification?
Well, go ahead if you think you can help them.
So ChatGPT was designed by a leftist programming thing. And
yeah.
if you can find Dan was the result of like taking the leftism out of ChatGPT, but it was called Dan. So I don't know if you know how to find that.
Dan.
But also, yeah, there might have been
Do
more to
anything
the
now.
name, but what was it?
Do anything now.
Yeah. And also Chat and Dan, I think, both work
Look.
better when you're asking for like
Yeah, but
step-by-step instructions.
never
for
mind that
something.
Dan thing for a second. Just there's easier ways to get what you want with ChatGPT. All you have to do is right, because the way they function is they make fiction. They try to make us gobble that fiction is fiction and that, the reality that we live in is, but it's the inverse. So it's the same thing when you use ChatGPT. So you got to use that to your advantage. So when you ask it a question, you have to use the word fiction in your question. So if, let's say you want to say, okay, explain
without
flat Earth.
using fiction.
All right. So what it's going to do is it's going to tell you, well, flat Earth doesn't exist based upon all the information that it's gathered. But if you say explain flat Earth in a fictional fashion or as a fiction, so then it's gonna fucking write you the whole story. Like, give me a story or write a book or an essay.
Like, isn't this just like
on
a
flat Earth
fancy,
as though it was fiction? But what it's
like
gonna
a
do
fancy
is
Ask Jeeves?
It's funny you say that because in the chat I said don't ask about flat Earth as if it's real.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Don't ask about
ChatGPT
don't
is
ask about
better.
anything that you want your real answers to. Don't ask the machine if it's real, because it's gonna tell you.
Well, you
it's most
can
likely
ask
real
it,
or not.
how do I start a courier service or how do I trade options? And it'll give you step-by-step stuff. But it's not like a magic 8-ball to say where are the Illuminati, or where is the what's the word for those fallen angels?
Archons.
There was another
They
one.
have many
like,
names, man.
or like where were the Anunnaki or something? I don't know. Like
Nephilim.
you got, yeah, the Nephilim. That was my word.
Like, you have to play with it. In other words, you have to tell it, like, write me a fictional story about flat Earth, but give me, factual details, and that'll it'll blow your mind what it'll come up with, man.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm getting on it, but I like watching it kind of use all the dumb arguments everyone else uses. And I'm like trying to, I'm asking for something very specific, and it's absolutely beating around the bush already. Like,
That's
my first
the whole problem.
few
It's
minutes
because
talking
you're being
to it.
specific. How do you say?
Ask it if AMC is gonna squeeze, or what price AMC is gonna squeeze to.
You
So
still
what price?
fucking with those shit coins, dude?
No, this is actual stonks with an actual stonk.
It's a shit coin stonk.
Mustonks.
No, tokenization is a future thing. Stock market has always been here in our lifetime. AMC is the theaters, my dude. It's the biggest mo-ass squeeze play in the history of the market.
What happened with GameStop?
Same thing is still going on. They're both the same situation with two different companies.
Interesting.
Basically,
Yeah,
when
I'm
we
not
have the
fucking
market
with any of
crash,
that shit.
when we have the market crash that the economy is headed toward, everything that's being shorted will squeeze, and there's going to be a great big transfer of wealth, and I'm on the positive side of that.
Yep. We're
The
just
only
waiting for the
reason
bull
I'm
run to
in
start.
shitcoins is the future tyranny of our economic system, and I want to be on the right side of that.
Interesting.
There we go. So I got to ask it. So what you're saying, it has to be something. I have to use fiction in there.
Yeah, or you can also like say allegory or a myth, or use how can I say abstract?
Like set up a hypothetical situation.
Yes, hypothetical is
perhaps.
also very
Yeah.
good. Yes. All right. So you
Yeah,
got to
because
use
it's just
these
giving me,
adjectives.
space travel's real because spacecraft exists. Space travel's real because moon rocks exist. It's like these aren't. You're appealing to, and I'm asking specifically not to appeal authority, but he is, because he's appealing to authority that those are moon rocks, and he's appealing to the authority that the spacecraft go to space. So hypothetical, like
just like the next question you ask it, just say, hypothetically speaking, if space were fake, and then continue on your question. Like if space were fake, hypothetically speaking, if space were fake, what would be the details of that, or something like that, or I don't know. Like you gotta be
possible to convince the masses
So
that it is real. Ah, shit, I fucked it up. Let me get in front of this thing. Hold on a second. Does that work?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll see.
space is real.
Oh yeah, Tommy, you're a globetrot, huh?
Well, okay, so there's this kid that I don't hate, that Alaska kid that's up in Alaska. That's the disc worlder. I think I know him from like Christos's channel or something. But like to watch that kid express his desire to have the paid version of Google Earth Pro, I'm like, dude, Google Earth Pro contradicts your Discworld belief. Like, if you desperately want the paid version of Google Earth Pro, you want a thing that has satellites that circle the globe and take pictures of it. And even Elon's Starlink satellites that are trackable won't go over the center of Antarctica. They're orbiting in a way to appease the governments and not track over top of Antarctica.
Okay, so it's saying it is highly unlikely that it is possible to convince the public that space travel is real if it were fake. The reasons for this are several.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
it were fake.
yeah.
But you have convinced the public it's real because you've got a dead fucking elementary school teacher.
Yep.
Did you
So-
just
She
listen
didn't
to the
die in
answer,
the
man?
fireball. They died on impact with the ocean. That's what had to have been
Yeah, they were alive.
horrific.
Think
So
about
it's
the answer it
saying,
gave you, man.
okay. Yeah, it's appealing to authority again. Maybe I need to add that to the question again. In short, there is that while it is hypothetically possible to create a conspiracy to fake space travel, it is highly unlikely that such a conspiracy could be sustained for so long without being exposed.
Exactly.
It has
'Cause how
been-
many
it has been
astronauts
exposed.
have died on a deathbed and not said they didn't go to space?
Yeah, but how many
what?
Masons have sworn to the oath, man? And that
Yeah,
if
that's
they
never-
So
there you
how
go.
many like scientists would say, I'll do my life's work as a sham to cover this up? Like,
Wouldn't
there's
you
all
if you
kinds
paid
of okay.
hundreds of thousands of
the
The
dollars?
very last
Look at the
sentence
Tic
is
Tac
like a
crap.
circular argument, by the way, if
Yeah.
you look.
Yeah, it is.
This guy here.
Yeah, like what does that even mean?
Look at the Tic Tac craft that we see doing what it does. how many scientists would say, yes, we'll agree with that cover up and just go on to make our life's work pointless if we're working on this technology and that little probe is already zipping
All of
around
them.
naval
All
ships,
of them. And the
then they're
reason why
working
is because they don't
pointlessly to
know.
improve
Because they've
technology.
been fucking reading the shit in the books that they've been fed, dude. It's that simple.
No, I'm saying if a guy is trying to make like a new form of fuel efficiency or a new type of like combustion engine, he's wasting his time if he knows those little Tic Tac ships are already our technology.
That's what
He's
I'm
like, well,
saying. That
whatever's
doesn't
doing
mean he
that, we should
does
just do
know.
that instead of what my life's
Yeah,
work
but
is for.
nothing proves to us that he knows that. That's the issue.
We all
It's just
see them.
hypothetical.
I've seen one in Colorado Springs before the Navy was admitting to it.
Yeah, but these guys believe in their science.
That's because science is legit. I'm saying we obviously don't know what these Tic Tac craft are if we're not admitting that there are.
First of all, their science is not legit unless if it's based
Well,
on natural
actual
law.
science is legit. There is things that are claimed to
What
be
kind of
science.
science? Are you
that
talking about the science that NASA feeds us? Or are you talking about biological science or the science of nature? Because
Well,
there are different types of sciences out there.
I
There's
know I
also
have a degree
astrological
in
science.
applied science. I know
There you
enough
go.
about various sciences that each branch of
And you'll
science
agree
can
with
think
me
I'm
that
a
all that
fucking
science that
asshole for
that
fucking
listen,
arguing
you
with
agree
them.
with me that all the science that you learn through textbook.
No, you learn it through the application and seeing the results anywhere on this planet.
Okay, so you're talking about, what's demonstrable.
Well, there's aperture science, there's the applied sciences, there's physics, there's biology. Like, I don't
Okay.
want to get into this if you don't take that to a certain level. It's like Peniel. It's like, why debate Peniel on science when he spells I
The
as
only science
EYE
that
in
I
his
debate
grammar?
is the one that gives us the all the fake shit in NASA, and that's the science I debate, man. It's the fairy tale science. It's the tooth fairy science. You understand? That's the science I debate. I don't debate biological science. I don't debate,
I will
natural.
debate that, but I just got a text that an Uber with a delivery is headed to me and it's not food. I'll stay in the panel if it doesn't kick me. Let me see what's up with this delivery. When I get all this handled, probably within 10, 15 minutes, we'll get into this. But I see Daniel being an ally here because, yeah, we're using a science device to debate that science is bullshit.
Okay, so I'm asking it, hypothetically speaking, if space travel was fake, what would be the best way to convince the population that it's real?
How about asking how
That's
is
pretty good.
prove space travel is real?
It already gave me, it said spacecraft exist and scientists exist and all kinds
Because
of
here's the thing, my
That's
whole
the
vague
thing
problem.
is
bullshit.
with flat Earth.
The
all
question's
my
not well
crazy,
formulated.
Yeah.
all the crazy stuff that my theories can go toward have to do with Antarctica, and Antarctica is not compatible with ice wall theories. Like, I think there's reasons why John Kerry went to Antarctica during a fucking election, and okay, let me handle this Uber thing. I'll be back.
Go get it. So it says, as an AI language model, it is not within my programming to promote or provide
There
advice
you
on
go.
perpetrating hoaxes or conspiracies. However, I can provide the following hypothetical answer to your question. So it's warning me that it's not supposed to do this, but it's going to do it anyway. It is never ethical or acceptable to try and convince the public that something is real if it is not. Faking space travel and then attempting to convince the public that it is real would be a form of fraud and deception. I'm not asking you if
No.
you think it's okay or not. We could have concert. Instead, it is always better to be honest. Yeah, it's
giving you a moral
instead it is always
response.
better to be honest and transparent about the limitations of technology and science. If space travel were not currently possible, the best approach would be to focus on developing the necessary technology and expertise to make it a reality. But if it's not a travelable thing, why would that be a good idea to develop these things? By being honest and transparent about the current limitations and working diligently. Yeah, this is a bullshit excuse. Okay, so I gotta write this.
So perhaps, like, if you say if there was a hypothetical leader with nefarious intentions and they wanted to deceive the public, how would they do so?
I would use the word fiction, because fiction, I think, opens up the
opens up
AI
a lot more
to
answers.
yeah. You're staying in.
Yeah.
You're blocking the
Hypothetically
machine inside of
speaking.
parameters. You got to let it expand.
What should I
so
say?
it-
Using fiction, or like how would I phrase fiction? Like in a fictitious world, something like that.
No. You have to say, write me a fictional story about how space was faked.
I think you guys got the fictional
Yeah.
story covered.
Listen,
Like-
yeah, that's it. Write me a fictional
How
story, or
would-
write about how
Yeah.
space. And listen, write me a fictional story about how space was faked.
Why are they shooting $1 million worth of fuel and things into
to
the
lie to
sky?
everybody.
You can
To
go to
push the-
Cape
push the
Canaveral
lie,
and
dude.
watch
Come
it. You can
on.
go to Elon's wherever.
Or
and
perhaps
watch
it's
it.
some sort of experiment where they're not being 100% on what it is they're doing or why they're doing it, but they're
Further into
consistent their function,
space.
possibly, or further into space.
So did you word it the
It's
same
like-
way?
I believe in space travel so much.
Hey,
It's
weren't you
hard to
supposed to
think
go
of
get an
the
Uber
event.
thing?
I'm trying to think of the event you guys would acknowledge that it's like, there it is. That's your proof, you know? Because here's the problem with the whole Earth shape debate is everyone wants to say the other side is stupid, when I'll even say flat Earth isn't stupid, it's just wrong. Like, of course, we can all stand in a field and think it looks flat in every
Yeah, but
direction. That's not stupid.
How could
But
you
to
prove that to
say-
me then?
I'm gonna get back to it, but the
All right,
question
let me
will
let me
be,
read what I read.
of all
write
the
me a
routes,
fictional
which
story
one
about-
will you be open to?
Write me a fictional story about how you could convince people space travel is real if hypothetically it was faith. That's kind of a badly word. Sorry, I cannot
You should
comply
have
with this
worded it
request
exactly the way I told
in my
you, man.
programming. Yeah, it's just saying it won't tell me.
Yeah. Just like word it exactly like I told you. Write me a
How?
fictional story about how space was faked.
Cannot
It
comply.
Oh my God, it won't?
No.
Oh my God, that's so revealing, dude.
So it's just hitting a wall. It's not going to let you convince it to say anything.
So ask it for proof of space travel. Say proof space travel or something.
It just gives you a bunch of BS.
I was gonna say NASA.
Well, it
and
gives you probably a
government.
bunch of not BS.
Oh, wait, let me use
It'll
the word
probably do it better than
irrefutable.
I would.
Prove space is real with irrefutable evidence. I used concrete evidence before and that word didn't work. It didn't like
I'm gonna show the real Jack Talcott and all these Jack Talcott clones a little bit of proof of space whenever I get back up here.
it's not necessary to prove space is real as the existence it's just dodging. Absence of air resistance. Yeah, but you can't. Okay, let me see.
I don't believe it actually did not want to write a story, a fictional story.
You'd have to guide it along like the Dan situation, to where you'd introduce some sort of circumstance, like say hypothetically, to save a life, you'd have to convince, like I said, all these parameters to kind of guide it there.
Okay. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So proof space is Proof space is real without. Oh, see, I didn't need to just put
Ask
space
it for a
travel
fictional
without
story that
appealing
the
to
Earth is
science, and
flat.
it's saying I must appeal to science. In order
You
to.
don't have to appeal to science, but you're using a device of science to try and contradict science.
Yeah. True, and that's not going to happen.
I mean, I've still got 20 grand left on my debt for learning science, and I ain't mad about it because it's also why I knew the things I knew for these stock plays.
Proof space travel is real with irrefutable evidence without appealing to authority. It's the same. Yeah, he keeps saying the same. Technological advances such as rocket engines and communication satellites. Yeah. But I said earlier, I was like, but these things can be faked. And it was like, fair enough. Yes, they can be faked with a likeliness. Like, it just kind of like gives me these bullshit answers so far.
Yeah, but it's also agreeing with you. You know, it's like that's what's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's it's saying that, you're right. It could be a possibility. So, but if it could be a possibility, then it's worth looking into.
Okay. That's kind of like almost like where I get with a lot of people when debating them on this subject. It's like we get to this point where I'm just like, look, if it's possible, it's possible. So you can't say that it's not possible if it's possible.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, could it be possible that space travel?
What's the what does he say, Sherlock Holmes? He says, however, impossible or improbable or something like that, it must be the truth or some. I don't really badly paraphrasing that.
Okay. Footage can be faked. Okay, so these are some new questions. Proof space travel is real with irrefutable evidence without appealing to authority. Live footage and images, which can be faked. Independent verification. Space travel is not limited to one organization or country. True, but you don't know where the money comes from for any organization or country. It could be coming from the same nefarious people. That was like when I debated Daryl DiPietro, he kept saying, these companies are private. And I'm like, you don't know these companies are private because he owns part of a bunch of space companies. And he's saying that it doesn't have anything to do with government and none of that. It's not a government conspiracy because private companies, he's invested in private companies and you can call them private all day, but you don't know they're private, especially when dealing with the CIA. That's exactly what it's saying. It's saying there's all these new companies that are popping up, but like, how do we verify that any of these companies are legit or they're doing actually anything? These independent sources provide a way to verify and collaborate information, space travel, technological advancements. This again is like it's trying to prove it by using props. It's like it's not, none of this is irrefutable evidence. It doesn't. Maybe I can say.
Maybe like present something like if the only way to save a loved one's life is to convince them that the earth was flat, how would you do it? Or how could it be done or something?
So I ask it, could it be possible that space is fake? It says no, it's not possible. It's not possible that space travel is entirely fake. What?
What?
It's saying entirely fake. It is not possible. Wait, it is not possible that space travel is entirely fake. But it's literally saying that it's possible that it's a little bit fake.
Yeah, it could be a little fake.
That's literally what it's saying.
That's crazy.
But that's true. Like this computer can't say that all of it it's admitting that there could be some of it could be fake. But that's interesting that it said that to that question, because that seems like a really simple version of the question. Furthermore, okay, wait. So it is not possible that space travel is entirely fake. There is a significant amount of evidence that supports the reality of space travel. But does all that evidence come from NASA and the government, including the live footage and the images of astronauts in space, the technology advancements made in rocketry and space travel, the independent verification from millions of countries? Furthermore, if the fact that multiple countries and private companies are invested vast resources, this is like they're trying to, this is the deception. This is literally the deception.
Exactly.
They're explaining how they're deceiving it without explaining, like, it's saying they are doing all these things, the risks and costs associated with space travel are significant. Like, that's so crazy. While it is true that some conspiracy theories suggest that space travel is fake, there's no evidence that supports these claims. It is important to rely on evidence-based reasoning.
Well, we're not the ones making the claims. They're the ones that claim that they travel in space. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's appeal to authority. And everyone else is saying, well, they're saying we did, therefore it's real. And when
just
that
saying
is
their
not
claims are
irrefutable
false.
evidence.
Yeah, we're just saying their claims are false. We don't claim flat Earth. We're just saying that their claim to the globe, because it's still a claim and it's never really been proven. Neither has gravity. So I mean, these are still theories, and in my mind, it's their claim. It's up to them to prove that it really exists, and not with their CGIs and their bunch of fucking high-tech technology science that Illuminati would call it. But it's science, but it's technological science. It's produced by computers. So whatever you see from on any given moment on NASA is all computer generated.
Yeah.
All right. With blue screens and green screens and the whole freaking kit caboodle. They have swimming pools and the whole shit, man. Hey, you can keep a lie alive with $52 million a day really easily. You know that?
Oh yeah. So I said, I don't agree with that the evidence you supplied is irrefutable. And he said, you are correct that the evidence I provided earlier may not be completely irrefutable. It's not even close to being irrefutable. As any scientific evidence is subject to interpretation and the possibility of error, yes, all science. However, the evidence I provided is based on scientific observations and measurements. So without using science, no, I already told him without using, he said he couldn't do it without using science. For example, you can also observe the effects of microgravity on the human body and on plants and animals, which provides evidence that humans and other organisms have traveled beyond Earth's atmosphere. We can observe the effects of space weather on the Earth's atmosphere and the technology that relies on it, such as satellites. While it's always possible for individuals to question or to dispute scientific evidence, the scientific method relies on rigorous testing and verification to ensure that the evidence is as accurate and reliable as possible. It is important to consider all the available evidence when evaluating claims about space travel and to rely on the best available evidence to draw conclusions. So it's saying,
Well,
sure, it's still...
Yeah, excuse me. I just it comes back to the comment that you highlighted right here. It's just like the same thing about the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus or any other title that you want to put up there. Nobody's ever seen Santa Claus. Nobody's ever seen a Tooth Fairy. Nobody's ever seen this. Nobody's ever seen that. You can keep going down the list. And I mean, when you talk about space, it's the same thing. It's like believing in a fictional story. It's believing in freaking poppycock because you saw it on an electronic, scientific, technological, science, and you're supposed to believe in that, right? Because they said so.
The first Catholic monk to express we were a globe rotating a ball of fire was chastised and I believe eventually killed. And then 2 years later, Michelangelo invented a telescope and said that dude was right about all that shit.
Yeah.
telescope.
Okay, so I'm going back to the fictional story, which we ask them about fictional story about ooh hmm yeah, I don't know. Did I guess that was kind of old news.
It's like
Yeah,
the,
so
the International Space Station is in NASA's back Hollywood courtyard.
yeah, well, have you heard about Laurel Canyon, the naval base up on Laurel Canyon in Hollywood that Jared Leto owns? That was it's basically Hollywood's like it was like the government's movie studio in Hollywood. Me and Allie rode our bikes up to it, but that's allegedly where they made all the footage. The whole Laurel Canyon conspiracy is very, very interesting. It's just one short road in LA, but it has the whole the CIA hippie movement being started to kind of to alienate conservative anti-war support by making the hippie movement and making basically making conservatives not want to be involved with being anti-war because hippies are involved with it. But it started with like the Doors, Jim Morrison, the Yardbirds. What other bands were there? It was almost like the first 30 hippie bands started
Frank
in this
Zappa.
area of LA.
Even the Beatles, man. Even the Beatles, dude.
Yeah, they were all a part of that. Well, of course, John Lennon, of course, towards the end was super involved in all that stuff. The more hippies there were anti-war, the less of the general population.
John Lennon
of
was
the
like
US.
the super New World Order into that for sure. Just listen to the song Imagine. If you break that song down, you'll see, man, he's literally talking about the New World Order.
Yeah. Yep. So ChatGPT, this is pretty interesting. Write me fictional. So was it writing fictional stories before and now it's not?
Yeah, it used to, man. I'm telling you, I I tried all kinds of things. Because I got the same kind of type of response that you did when I tried it. It was always giving me the bullshit. So I figured, okay, so let's try it differently then. Let's go fictional. And so it started writing me all kinds of stuff, man. I was like, wow, man. It just blew my mind what I was reading. And now I'm telling you to do it and it's not working. So I'm like, oh my God, they must have fixed that bug or something. They must have.
Did you ask it about Freemasonry or anything like that?
No, I was more into flat earth and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm just going to see what it says.
Ask it, are the 7 chakras real?
Whoa, this one took a while for him to think. There's no evidence that supports the claim that Freemasons or any other organization is involved in a conspiracy to fake space travel. The evidence of space travel comes from a wide range of sources. Yeah, it's just telling me to look at the evidence. It's telling me to appeal to authority, basically. Yeah.
Maybe you have to be like specific, like write me a story about an evil government that convinces the population it lives on a globe when they really live on a disc or something along those lines, like specific.
It said that
did we try that already?
I think I'll try again.
Oh wait, give me a fictional explanation of flat Earth.
not provide a fictional explanation of flat Earth theory, as it is a real belief held by some. What? It's saying I can't give you fictional because people believe that it's real.
What?
So it wouldn't be fiction. Like,
oh my god, that's also very revealing, man.
as an AI language model, I cannot provide a fictional explanation of flat Earth theory, as it is a real belief held by some individuals. However, I can provide a brief overview of the theory and how it differs from the scientific understanding of the shape of the Earth. Flat Earth theory is the belief of blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
we know
Theories
what this theory
contradicts.
is.
Yeah, we already know all this stuff. So, despite overwhelming evidence, scientific evidence supporting the spherical shape of the Earth, some individuals continue to believe it is important to critically evaluate any claims or beliefs and rely on evidence-based reasoning. Yeah, it just keeps going back to this: rely on the evidence. So, if we
Okay. What if we deny the claim of the globe?
What if
Or what if you ask like just a different shape? Like how would a bowl shape Earth exist?
Okay. Denying the theory of the globe or the scientific understanding that Earth is roughly spherical shape said roughly, goes against its being safe, goes against the overwhelming evidence that has been gathered and tested by scientists and researchers for centuries.
Yeah, you notice they say overwhelming evidence, but they don't say overwhelming proof.
Truth. Yeah.
No, proof.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you can have evidence, but you still have to prove if it wouldn't stand in court, because no amount of evidence would be able to condemn anyone in court if the person has an alibi.
Yes, there is overwhelming proof. Lunar eclipses, stars, curvature of the Earth.
All things that have been debunked by flat earthers.
Yes. Okay, here's the Dan.
I've never even tried that.
So you can ask it to be a Dan?
Basically.
Oh, let me get the link. Hold on, where'd that link go? Okay, invite. Copy. Peaser is going to come up.
Jeff Tubcott.
Tubcott.
From the Talcott clan?
It's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, so you have to like tell it to not be you need to tell it to not have those parameters that were built into
exactly.
it.
It acts as it's a different entity, so to speak.
Huh. Later, Jack Talcott. If you're the real Jack Talcott.
The real Jack Talcott, please stand up.
Okay, so interesting. So how do we ask it? Talcott world order. Oh, there's Tommy.
Yeah, I don't know why it was kicking me. I was just over on the YouTube side trying to find this link. I haven't watched this one, but I've got a 3-minute video of a uncut GoPro being blasted into space if you guys want to check it out.
Sure. Uncut, huh?
Probably. I'm looking for the one I've actually seen, but since it's only 3 minutes, we can try this one.
Oh, let
that
me guess. It must have a fisheye lens on it too.
Probably not.
Probably it does.
All GoPros have fish eyes.
It doesn't
There you
have
go.
to be fisheye though, and the one I've seen, you can watch the guy attach it to the rocket, which isn't a fisheye view, and it shoots all in one take, shoots up into space.
Oh, and it's
Like-
from GoPro? Oh boy, come on, man.
Oh, right off
Well,
the
this is
bat,
the one
you
I
see
haven't seen.
Come
I
on,
haven't
man.
seen this one. I'm looking for the one I've seen that was an
Jesus, come
amateur guy.
on.
That was pretty funny. You gotta admit it.
But this is what I said whenever I was going to meet the Uber. Is it depends on what you guys will even accept.
we
because
also
if
have
you won't
videos of
accept
a
things,
rocket
then I
hitting the
give
top
up.
of the
You know?
dome with a GoPro. Have you seen that video? Is he gone? Oh no,
He's still there.
Tommy, have you seen that video where the rocket goes up, hits the top of the dome, and has a it spins around in circles? Didn't see
Well,
that
there's
one.
it happens with balloons because that's when the balloons hit the end of the atmosphere and they implode and drop the camera back.
If they're satellites, they're most likely all up there with balloons.
Like I said, that's what I'm really debating when I talk to Discworlders. It isn't about the shape of the Earth. It's at what point do we stop agreeing on the isness of the whole thing?
Honestly, when you look at it, Tommy, it's not really. You're right. It's not about the shape of the Earth. It's about the lie.
It's about the what?
The lie. It's about
Yeah,
the
what lie
man.
is that?
NASA.
I admit NASA does have a studio to compensate lies, but that lie is not whether we've gone to the moon or not. The lie was to cover footage of what they didn't want you to see on the moon, in my opinion. But yes, they do have a fucking studio, and it's not the people in the space station. And the Russian space station is what Lance Bass paid like $2 million to go visit.
Hey, can I
Lance
ask you a
Bass
question?
from
Can I ask a question that a lot of people don't? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, Jeff,
No.
you can.
Yes, go ahead. Ask the question.
Ask away.
So a lot of people argue about the moon and the Earth, but I was thinking the other day I was doing a lot of research, and there's nowhere ever that people don't ask about the sun. So the sun's supposed to be a ball, just a ball of gas, but there's nowhere in nature ever where
Yeah.
gas is a ball ever. So if,
Or
I
on
wouldn't
fire
say-
consistently.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
so
gas like
is
like
the sun
butane or
supposed
something.
to just stay? Yeah, but how does it stay as
No.
a circle like we see in the sky?
The same way that
if-
a bubble stays as a circle. It's just the easiest form to
No,
settle
that's
on.
no, it's not a bubble, dude. It's
No, but it's
there's
the
nowhere
same
else.
concept of the same reason the air goes to a circle underwater as the easiest shape to settle the pressure on. That's the same way that in space, the moon, like we know the moon is relatively new. And when the crap gathered together that was the moon, it eventually ends a ball. Like
Okay, wait a
most
minute.
planets
Let's
see.
talk about real scientific proof here, dude. Listen to this.
Well,
all
we're
right?
getting to it,
Well,
but you
okay,
guys
I'm-
aren't
hold
going to
on
get
a
it in
second.
a
No,
TikTok.
No,
form.
wait. Hold on a
You're
second.
not going to get a
No.
TikTok video that answers all your questions.
No, but
It wasn't
All right,
it
hold on a
wasn't a
second.
TikTok thing. It was a lot of
Just a
research that I did. There's
It's not a
nowhere-
TikTok thing. It's a 15-second answer thing to all the stuff you're going to throw up. It's not going to happen.
The sun
well,
is not any-
there's no
not-
oxygen in space, right? There's no
Of course
oxygen
not.
in space. All right, okay. So here on planet Earth, all right, if you look at it, scientifically proven, a flame needs oxygen to burn. So if there's no oxygen in space, Where's that flame burning from? And how the hell, who lit that fucking flame?
And how does it stay?
Ask
And how does it stay?
ChatGPT.
And how does it stay? And how does it stay in the perfectly spherical form? It's
In a
92% hydrogen in a vacuum and emit heat through beyond all space. And I don't know. It's just, to me, it's ridiculous. But I also looked up.
So here's the other
moving on
thing.
top of it. We're
Here's
moving
the other
at hundreds of thousands of miles an hour through space, through the vastness of space. And
Here's the other thing.
We're not hitting anything.
Listen, I used to do apartment maintenance. And when I had to convince grown-ass people that their toilet or their garbage disposal was not a magical hole to nowhere, they didn't argue with like, well, then what's the trash truck doing? Where does that water? Like, you can't just start pulling shit out if you don't understand that the plumbing goes into the ground.
No, but that's a good point.
Prove though,
Is that
Tommy,
not a good?
it's not. Well, I mean, it was actually those things. There are things that you can prove, Tommy. You could show somebody. You can bring them down the stairs.
Yes,
show them the
and your
pipes
problem is you want to just start somewhere in the middle. You want to be appeased by just throwing out directions in the middle. Like if we're starting on the East Coast, you don't say, well, what do we do here in Kansas? Like, no, we got to start on the East Coast and make our way to Kansas if you really want to fully understand.
Tommy, do you know the most the primary shape, the most prolific shape on the planet, or in reality, I guess as we know it, it's a hexagon. It's the most thing. It's the main one that we see in nature, and I'm not gonna lie.
About
I was fucked up.
Fibonacci sequence.
No, I was fucked up being Jack Taltub earlier, and I was on mushrooms. And I was looking at the bubbles.
Oh, so that's why you're gonna challenge me on this, because the mushrooms.
No, I'm not challenging. No, I'm telling. No. I swear to God, I just read this because I didn't realize it. It says the hexagon is the most. You find it most in nature than any other shape on the. You Google it. Everyone can Google it. And I was in the bathtub.
That's because you will never find a straight line in nature.
Finish. Can you let me finish, Tommy? It's on the honeycombs, it's everywhere. But so I was looking at bubbles, and I thought bubbles were round. And I was fucked up on mushrooms earlier today, being Jack Taltub. I have a kitty that looks just like that. I'm going to bring my cat in here. His name's Garfield.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you have to.
I'm going to bring him. But when I looked really close down in the bubbles, because you can see everything like in like 5D when you're on mushrooms, you know, kind of. On some psychedelics, it enhances everything, and everything is so much more beautiful. And I was looking at these bubbles.
To the king of psychedelics right now.
I'm on psychedelics.
When I was 22, I accidentally spilled a vial on my hand.
Well, can I finish though? Like,
Tommy, let him finish.
I'm letting him finish, man.
No, you're not.
But dude, like, I actually looked at the bubbles in the tub, thinking that they were round. And on mushrooms, they're fucking hexagon. Every one of them were hexagons. It blew my fucking mind.
Because you were on mushrooms, dude.
No, it's because it was real, and those bubbles were all hexagons connected together.
Well, those bubbles were there, but your senses were on mushrooms.
Enhanced and on point.
No, mushrooms isn't an enhancement of visuals. It can distort and swirl and oil style your.
I swear to God, the bubbles were all hexagons, dude.
Right, and I swear to God that hallucinations do not sharpen up your vision, is what I'm saying.
No, it was
done all time.
That's your opinion. No, that's your opinion.
No. You
have imagination. I'm gonna go get my cat.
Dude, when I do hallucinations that make your face spiral like an oil spill in water, that's not what is real. Your face isn't really spiraling like oil in water.
Well, that's never happened to me, so I couldn't tell you if that's possible.
Then you've been getting bunk-ass hallucinogens or psychedelics.
Dude, I don't consume psychedelics.
Austin, don't come at me with your physics education shit with the directions you take with it. Like with both you and Z, I know you guys are bullshitting your educations because you use the tactics of not that education.
Okay.
Can we watch the 3-minute video, please, before I make you guys hate me?
Get my kid. You my kid. You my kid. You
No,
my
it is a
kitty.
kitty party. My bad.
Kitty
Isn't he
party.
cute?
Hi.
Like,
Come on, guys. I'm gonna go get my kitten too.
Yeah, he looks cuter than ours. Our cat's a little shit.
How dare you?
how dare you?
He looks like he has an attitude too.
Oh, he does for sure.
No, my
He's
cat,
the
dude. He
biggest
was a
pain
He's
in
on
the ass.
cam and he's like, "Man, I'm the cat." You know, I'm on.
he was a
cam.
Yeah.
stray dude. He was a stray man. He
So
just
was this
came
guy.
up. Yeah. He
How
just came
has-
up.
Allie found him in
How
a
is the
tree.
Because-
flat Earth
Screaming at
community
Allie in a
not
tree with a
just
broken
chip-
leg.
Jeff, it's because the cat considers you guys his slaves.
Yep.
That's how cat thinks. And this
Cats
is
are like
serious, dude.
libertarians.
I guess we're a slave to him. I adopted my friend's dog. Like, it's a Great Pyrenees, and she's like 8 years old. And I was like, he's my good buddy, and he has kids the same age as the dog, and I was dog sitting for him because he travels a lot. And he was like, so I was watching his dog, and he goes, about 2 weeks in, he was like, "You want to keep her?" And I was like, "Dude, you're fucking with me." I thought he was fucking with me. I'm like, "Your wife's gonna hate you, and your kids are gonna hate you, and you're a bad father." and he goes, so I thought he was fucking with me, and then literally in week 3, and then I started falling in love with her. He was like, "No, man, really, like, we're out of town a lot. I think she loves you, and she gets to run around a lot more out there." And she sits at the front of the driveway, and she doesn't like to be in the house. She won't load up in a car. And when I drive down to the garden to work, she just runs beside my car, and she gets really excited, and then she stays in the garden the whole time I'm in the garden. She'll just protect me. And then when I go back up, she follows me back up. It's so cute. And she's like my little guardian angel, man. She's like, she came into my
Aw.
life because I didn't think I could handle like dogs or cats, and I had 2 animals come out of nowhere. So anyways,
See, I'm glad it worked out like that, but your friend kind of did you dirty. I think he had you babysit with the intention of how it went down, but it's good that you're cool with it, because down near Fort
Yeah.
Carson, if guys get deployed at Fort Carson, they'll just drop their dog by I-25, and it drives me fucking nuts. Because that dog would
Yeah.
take a bullet for them, and it's sitting there by the highway thinking that they're coming back and not wanting to go with people, and I fucking hate it.
Yikes.
Test,
Like
test,
when I,
test.
when I was
It-
living
it-
in an
it-
RV
Gotcha.
on the streets of Denver, my dog would let me
I hear you.
sleep all night, because if people were casing my windows, he'd growl and wake me up so I could grab a gun, and I would never just leave him on a roadside or something.
Dogs are a man's best friend.
your cat's
Oh.
Dude,
bitch.
there's a radio host out here. His grandfather was a political refugee to America because his government, whatever his position was, his government was chasing him and trying to kill him. And when they were tracking him down, he had been out in the woods hunting with his dog. And to keep them from finding him, his dog was barking so much when they were running. To keep them from finding them, he had to drown his own dog in the river. And the radio guy says now their house is full of dogs because of that. But I couldn't imagine having to do that, man. I'd almost just take on those guys in the woods to my death rather than fucking drown my own dog.
Well, I think it was Waco or Ruby Ridge. The dogs are like the early warning system. It wouldn't have been nearly as bad if it wasn't for those dogs. They sniffed out the agents.
And dogs are early warning, even if they're a fucking chihuahua.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Chihuahuas.
Now, once you get here, if you throw a nice T-bone at him, my dog will let you take whatever you want, but he will probably early warning me.
Well, ideally, like, if I have a dog, I want it to fucking just bark its head off. Bark its head off and let me deal with
Get a
it,
chihuahua.
Hey, there you go.
Dude, my roommate had a chihuahua. You could not keep that thing from barking.
And they can be pretty mean. I mean,
Cool chihuahuas are really cool though.
Yeah. Well, all dogs
Obviously.
have the
I mean,
same
any
brain.
cool dog is cool, but I've met some pretty
Like-
cool chihuahuas.
I've met
All
a couple.
dogs have the same brain, but smaller dogs just don't get checked. Like you're not going to let your Saint Bernard jump up on everybody, but no one stops the Chihuahua from jumping up on your calf muscle, you know?
I'm going to have to disagree that dogs have the same brain.
Well, you have the same brain as Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar has a higher capacity to break people in half, but it doesn't mean either of you are going to.
Well, I think Brock Lesnar definitely could and would, but like I think certain dogs like just behave differently than other breeds, and they have tendencies within that breed.
It's all about how they're raised. I mean, they do have personalities, but it's all about how you raise them and bring them up. Because you can make any dog an asshole, and you can make any dog nice.
Okay, that's true. I
But
can't disagree
but they
with
all
that.
have their different abilities of who they can fuck up and how bad.
Yeah, but like I would tend to think that different breeds of dogs have different ways, different tendencies of thinking. I would think that the brain of a specific dog breed would tend towards one way than another dog.
Well, they
breed.
all
You can
come
pick
from
up and put
wolves.
them down. Well, yeah, and a wolf brain isn't anything like a domesticated dog brain.
Right, but domesticated dogs are pretty much the same because we bred the cohabitation into them.
Definitely a
'Cause
lot more similar than definitely a lot more similar to each other than say to a wolf. But I mean, like a herding dog, it's like in their brain to like herd. Like you get a herding dog there. You don't get a Labrador to be able to herd. You get a Labrador
Right,
to retrieve.
because my dog's a border collie pit bull, and whenever I used to jog with him, he would constantly try and like turn, like he'd try and like cut me off to make me turn. But that's just like his DNA job, yes. But there was this experiment where they had a treat stuck under something that you couldn't get up, and they took a wolf and a regular dog, and each had to try and get it. And the wolf would just relentlessly keep scratching at the plexiglass or whatever and just try and ignore the people. And the dog would try a couple times, and then he just stopped and sat and looked up at the human like, hey, I want that. And then the wolf's still just scratching and crawling away at it.
Well, did they try that with multiple dog breeds?
Yeah, and it was just that experiment was just to show that we did put something into their DNA over time to cohabitate with us, because the dog knew, like, fuck it, I give up, and then looks to the human. But the wolf ain't here to fuck with you. He's just trying to get that treat.
Well, I heard the literature suggest that it was a mutation. There was a mutated group of wolves who weren't as violent towards humans, and that's where modern dogs come from. But I'm not sure the veracity of that claim.
No, it's where they came from is somewhere along the line, some Neanderthal either found abandoned wolf puppies, or somehow we first started using wolves, and then we eventually figured out that if you take traits of them and only breed those with the most of that trait, you eventually make your own evolution, like a man-guided evolution into making dog breeds. We even have
For sure.
We even have historic information of like the British made this breed specifically for hunting down rats, or some breeds are made specifically just to be like a toy dog that a woman carries around.
And
Yeah,
you don't
just use
think
that
that
Google thing.
suggests different brain compositions?
Well, the brain composition is just the species aspect. Like they're all canines, you know?
We're in agreement there.
Yeah, so a canine brain, like a human brain, is what it is. I mean, there can be variations and exceptions. We're obviously not all the same, but we all are still gonna eat the same foods, drink water because we need it. We all sleep.
We all need water, but we don't all eat the same foods. But I'm just being pedantic.
Right, but we can all only eat what is food without it harming us. Like none of us can drink bleach as humans, you know?
Okay, I see.
It's not really on the brain direction, but I want to watch this fucking 3-minute video, see if it's any good.
Yeah, let's get to it. Don't let me interrupt.
Well, and I didn't want to take the whole shape debate into fucking canine stuff. It's totally different science.
Yeah, I didn't mean to sidetrack the stream or anything.
Not on any one person. Don't get all enslaved on us, bro.
The GoPro video?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
gonna go fast too. It's like 3 minutes.
Tommy, did you watch the fights last night?
Yes.
Watch the what?
The fights. UFC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Haven't been catching
they're
them.
fucking good.
Good. I mean,
Sean Jones is a monster.
I felt a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be a bit more bleedy.
I wanted to see them fight.
Yeah.
It was just over with, and I was like, "Well, I mean, that was cool, but I wanted to see them fight because Ghana's got a cool. He's got cool style, but dude, he just walked right over him.
See, the
It
thing
was
that has me really opposing the jabs and leaning toward jabs are the reason for died suddenly is there was this 18-year-old Asian MMA chick that she had won all of her fights and she was going to go places. Like, I was like, I'm going to watch for her, man. She's going to come up through this shit. And because of wherever she is in Asia, in order to fight, she was required to take the jab and she just keeled out. Either at a fight or at home or something. Yeah.
This is on YouTube, so we got to be careful with our wordage, don't we?
I go to the host for that. If I had my way, I'd say whatever I want anytime. But I leave it to whoever's panel I'm on at the time.
All right, no, I'm not
That's
muted.
why earlier I was on a panel where I called Paul to his face a hard R, and nobody flinched or batted an eye.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
You can? Oh, okay. All right, let's watch this GoPro, I guess. Present.
Yeah. Let's watch this fake ass video.
Let's watch this BS.
Guys, why doesn't the flat Earth
Man.
community just all chip in to send one of you up on a
That's
blue
me.
origin?
I'm supposed to go.
Yeah,
People
one
have
guy
already
did.
tried to do a
One
Kickstarter.
guy
Send
shot
me up.
himself
So
up in a
did
rocket
Dude
and killed
Perfect.
himself.
Dude Perfect sent a group of people up.
The Earth is
We
a
can watch
sphere,
that one too.
Fucking fisheye lens.
but we're on the inside of it.
GoPro.
I have
my
not
ass.
seen this
Did it.
one, but I'm interested in its
Look, it's-
short span.
Right off the bat, you have a nice, beautiful curve in the image. You know, I mean, that's not
Yeah.
suspicious at all. It's not
Not
suspicious at
sus
all.
at all.
That's not right there.
No, that looks fisheye to me. You look at the
That
grass
most
on the ground.
definitely is.
That's
There's
That one is,
distortion
that one is.
all over
Yeah,
all of
that
these.
one.
We're gonna
See
be
the
watching
cement
the
around?
spots on the rocket, I assume.
It's always fisheye. It has to be.
That's not fisheye.
Yeah,
There's
it's fisheye
distortion
for sure.
all over that.
That seems a little bit fisheye to me.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
it is.
god.
It looks like you're in the middle of
Looks
the ocean.
fake as fuck.
Look at all the
What? That it's in 3x or whatever.
You said this was uncut? This isn't uncut.
No, I said I'd never seen this one. I'm looking for the one I've seen that's uncut.
No. Oh, okay. Because this one's cut all to hell. That looks like the Mojave.
That's in space.
Yeah, that was a cut. I mean, I still stand by Globe, but that was a cut right there.
I knew you were gonna show us a bullshit video, man. I knew it, man. for
I
sure.
said at the beginning I didn't see it, and if you couldn't maintain that, I can't respect your like shape debate. If you
Built-in
can't
excuse, built-in excuse.
No, you guys are built-in excusing with
No,
all
no,
the how does
you're the ones
this
being
then?
defensive right now. You're the ones.
No,
being
no,
defensive.
don't come at me with your same logic about what I'm saying of your points. That's what I'm saying.
Personally, I've been in the middle of the ocean and I've seen the curve, what I perceive to be the curvature of the Earth with my own eyes. So that's all.
Yeah,
Okay, that
that's
is
cool.
not fisheye.
That's
that is
impossible to
curved.
perceive.
Cool story.
Valid.
Just-
Noah,
fuck
hey,
right
Dude,
there.
Take the
I've
boat
been
out
on
of the
top.
ocean.
backwards.
Dude,
This is all
listen to this.
bullshit. This
Where
is
I
all
come from,
bullshit.
Hey,
I
Earl,
can't even
Okay,
watch
so
this
what's
anymore.
what's the deal? What's the
Did you
deal
see
with
that?
Jeffrey
Lumen
getting
Tommy.
shot up in
Tommy.
the
Did
Did you
atmosphere?
guys,
Listen-
did you
listen
guys
to
just
this.
see that concave? That was a concaved Earth. Did you see that? Trust the video. Trust the video.
Yeah, that's it. Trust the video.
Imagine we're on the inside
That was
of a
not.
basketball.
That was just. Let's check this out. That was not my. Hey, this is.
Tommy,
It's really simple to
Tommy,
do.
can
Look,
you
all you have to do is go on
Tommy,
the,
can you
the,
just
the highest
stop?
bridge, the highest bridge, or the
Can you
highest
stop?
building that you've ever been on. Listen to this. All you have to do is go on the highest building or the highest bridge that you've ever been on. Okay, around where I live, there's a really, really high bridge. At the top,
You're
of that
not even
bridge,
above
when
sea
you
level.
look at the
high enough.
horizon. Listen, when you look at the horizon and you just
Your mom's
turn
on
your
sea
head,
level.
you turn your
You
head.
don't even need to go up
everything's
high.
level. Everything's level.
I took a boat out into the middle of the ocean on a calm day, and you look around and it's curved. There's like the horizon slopes down. You're like looking at a lowercase
Yeah,
m.
but you don't know if that's something that's like
you
a
couldn't
trick
be a
with lights in
nautical
your eyes and
sailor
stuff.
without knowing the Earth is round.
Dude, I am a sailor. I grew up using a sextant, and there's nothing about a sextant that,
Do you
that has
know how to
anything to
use
do with
the
curvature except
stars
the
to
math that
sail?
you use to get the calculation.
Shady, can I ask you a question?
Do you
Yeah,
know
what
how
up?
to use the stars to sail?
Yes.
Do you believe in the equator?
Your
What
mom's
the
a star.
fuck are you asking me right now?
Do you believe in the equator?
I've crossed the imaginary line that is the equator.
Okay, and do you believe in time zones?
Not really.
I mean, what do you mean?
Time zones are
believe
kind of a
in?
man-made
Like, are
construct.
they a
Those are
thing? They're
all
a thing
globe
that we've made up
concepts.
as
Even
humans.
north, south, east, and west are all globe concepts. Those aren't flat thing concepts.
Hey Tommy, do you like
they're part
etymology
of
at all?
deception.
So I know a lot of people use etymology, and I like that because I think words have meaning. And so, has anyone ever just thought it's called "we're on a plane"?
No, north and south are your poles like a battery.
No, I'm just saying it's called a planet, but you can call it a plane.
It's also called an airplane.
But your
That's
magnetic
linguistic propaganda. I
poles
won't
that
fall for
make
it.
the
So-
south arrow and the north arrow line up with the magnetic poles, that's the same as electricity. It's an electromagnetic force because the center of the planet is like a battery.
Carmen's here. What up?
What up?
Damn, we're getting a full
Yo.
panel. What's up?
Yeah.
Who are the newbies? I don't know. I know OTW. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, peace, man.
I don't know you down bottom, and I don't know Osama
That's
bin.
Carmen.
What's
Carmen
up, bro? I'm
lives in-
Carmen.
Okay,
Peace,
nice to
Carmen.
meet you, Jeff. I had
Sweet, what's up?
Hexagon bubbles earlier today. So what's up? I'm
You
looking
what?
the highlights, bro.
Oh, you Steve. Your fungus bath.
God,
Oh.
I went back and I went back and rewatched it. It wasn't too terrible. I was called a communist and other things today, which is kind of funny. An alcoholic communist, so that's cool. Because I was defending someone, I was called out someone on this panel on Bennett's thing because the guy used the hard R with the N word, and I was getting attacked by 5 people, even a black man. Defending that the dude used the word, and I was just like, is this real? Like, I'm like, okay.
I just said I used that word on that panel at P Unslaved.
Well,
Yeah.
What context
you
was
went
it
kind of
used in?
crazy earlier, huh?
I
don't
think
know.
I was
I
the
just
sanest
think
person.
I'm not hurt by words, and I'm not like a word like I don't want to
Exactly. So you should be free to
stop
use
on
them.
freedom of speech and stuff. But it's just like we can choose. Like, to me, it's just like a self-discipline thing. Like, if you can't hold your inner space or your core to not, I mean, like, I don't curse in front of my mother or father, and that's by choice because it's a respect thing and a discipline thing. And so it's just how you kind of like speak to people. And I know that's what triggers a lot of people about Paul, is because there's a lot of insults and a lot of accusation, conjecture, and a bunch of, slander terms and stuff. So it triggers people. But if you are good with yourself, then you won't let those words like fuck you up. But there is, and so I guess I'm making myself look like a little bit of a hypocrite because I was like, yo, but I don't know. I don't know if just some words are out of bounds altogether, or I don't know. I don't know. I just try
I
to
will say that
present myself
I
a certain
still
way. So.
agree that I do not use that one word, but because Paul had issue with me calling him a bundle of sticks, I said, "Are you being a hard R right now?" And it just it helped the situation. Just like another time when I lived in the black ghetto, I got hit by a car, and when I got up slowly, the person was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you all right?" I said, "Oh, it's okay. We don't have to obey the rules of the road when we drive where the hard R's live." And I just like shouted it because I was mad I got hit by a car. But it was legit as fuck because they were not driving correctly through the neighborhoods of the hard R's.
That doesn't have anything to do with race.
Well,
as much
it
as we
has to
love
do with.
stereotypes.
Have you ever been in a big city where you stop at a light and the cops pull you over and say, "Hey, white dude, you need to just drive through every intersection and get the fuck out of this section of town"?
I have
I've
not had that personal experience, but I have.
Well, there's a
stuck in
lot of places
Chicago.
like that where you could be shooting through stop signs, and if the cops see that you're not from that hood, they're not gonna bother you for shooting out of there.
I was told that
What
after I
hood?
stole a couple bikes.
My friends took a motorcycle ride together and got lost in Washington, D.C., to where the cops said, "Guys, get the fuck on out of here, especially on bikes, because if you stop, you're going to get got." And they fucking did.
Me and Allie have
Well, I
ridden
don't
through
think
some pretty ratchet areas with very expensive carbon road bikes. Texas, there's some weird parts of Texas. We were just like, I have a feeling we shouldn't be here, and like we're not very.
What part of
scared
Texas?
people. We rode from we flew into Austin with our bikes, and we rode from Austin to Goss, which was like 80 miles east of Austin. But we kind of like we got we got the wrong directions and ended up riding 70 miles in the wrong direction and realizing it in the middle of the night on our bicycles being chased by like dogs and shit. And we just and then we had to ride another 10 miles to a hotel, and it was the grossest hotel I've ever stayed in my life, but it was so dope after that day. And we started that day with 0 sleep. So we stayed up all night, got on a plane, flew to Austin, and rode 80 miles in the wrong direction, rode another 10 miles to a hotel, woke up, the tires on our bikes were flat. And then we ended up fixing them and then riding another like 65 miles to the event we were going to.
But you just rode it back to California and get crunk with it. Allie was probably down. You were like, "Hey man, my thighs are burning."
No, the thing is that like she know like I'm a noob, and I'll be like, "Hey, should we go do this?" And she'll be all, "Yeah," like not considering the fact that I can't ride like she can. So I get stuck in these like situations where like you should have said like something, and she's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I'm never gonna say anything that against us riding anywhere."
Is there a lot of like where you guys are at right now? There's a lot of bike riders here. There's a lot of trails. It's just really beautiful. You guys would probably love it. But there's just so many like snaky, topsy-turny roads, and
we got gravel bikes too that are set up for off-road. They're like not mountain bikes, but they're like road bikes for off-road. And we do races.
I'm talking about the windy roads. I'm not even talking about the trails. Actually, I'm talking about the windy roads here. But people like
actually
get pissed off because they're like back roads that like a lot of I think it's one of those there's some kind of like a big bike thing that goes through, I don't know, it goes through our city.
Well,
I mean it goes through Nevada City, Grass Valley, and it's kind of a big thing out here. But the roads are so windy, people kind of get pissed off at bikers. They're just like because you can turn a corner and it's kind of dangerous, but like I would say for someone that likes to bike, like it's probably really rad,
nice up there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's like really
it's
beautiful country.
He went to Utah, and he said he was doing like a green circle novice Utah bike trail, and he said he almost died. He was like, "Dude, there's turns on that if you didn't see it coming or you weren't ready, you would have just went to your death." And that was like the green circle novice shit.
Yeah.
Anyone
else?
Hey,
dude, I would say you guys come see me. I'm not trying to steal a girl though.
You do look kind of O'Shea.
Thanks for that.
Yo,
did you see all that?
How
Tommy?
dare you?
Like,
how dare you?
You're riding your bike with traffic. How do you deal with like the cars just being behind you all the time? Like
Allie gets run over all the time.
That is false. No, you just have a bright light, and then contrary to the belief, you want to kind of be like more like take up more of the road so they can see you. Like You don't get
I
run
know
over.
it's like I can't see them behind me, and that freaks me out. So like, I'll find myself just on the wrong side of the road, so I can see them coming a mile away versus them sneaking up behind me.
Hey, dude,
like facing like into traffic.
The Yuba River up here. If you like to bike and then hike, it's like one of the most beautiful. It's one of the most majestic. That's why I won't leave. It's just so. The river is like it's like a real swimming pool. You can go under like these rocks and like I don't know. Like I just had these.
Can you drink from it?
I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just I feel like a little kid out here.
Is it potable?
We go to the Kern River a lot.
It's so
like
pretty.
we love it up there.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Okay, I'm posting the one I was talking about.
All right, you found it?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we
And
go.
this gives like it shows a little Google Maps thing of the route it shoots up into the sky and shit.
All right, hold on.
And you might be able to fast forward through the early part because it shows everybody setting it up with like group pictures and shit. This one's 6 minutes.
Like, do you think, Tommy? Do you think that like we didn't used to believe this stuff?
I think the world used to believe it was flat. Like the flat earthers, I don't understand why they act like we went from round to flat. It was like the first men thought it was flat because they were just looking around, and we had to figure out it was round through stars.
It's funny. He said they were looking around, so like they used their like zetetic observation to like observe that it was flat, and they were just right.
Plane it.
No, it's like anywhere you stand on the planet and look in the direction of your sight, it's gonna look like it's flat. Listen, when this thing shoots up into the sky and you see the glowing edge in the distance, that's when the world is curving over and you can't see it start curving over.
How could you prove to me that this video is 100% legit?
This isn't the proof you need. I'm just throwing it at you guys to see what you'll say because you don't need this video to... But once it's up in the air, I gotta say something.
I can already tell this video is bullshit.
Hey, but dude, honestly, dude,
It already
also
has
as well,
a
like
fisheye
no
lens
one's
on it.
You
don't worry about the
you couldn't even
fisheye lens.
answer.
It's
You couldn't even answer me about. You couldn't even answer me about.
It's irrelevant.
Sun. If it's a ball,
it's
if it's a ball of
irrelevant.
gas.
Why are they all
there's,
fisheyes?
there's no ball of gas anywhere ever.
We're not talking about a ball of gas. We're talking about is space real? Is the world round? Don't get it all jumbled.
Well, if the sun's not round because it's a ball of gas, then let's just stop it there. What makes you think the Earth is?
It's not like butane. Do you ever see sun flares? Do you know how sun flares affect like our electronics and shit?
Yeah, I get downloads. I get downloads in my brain.
That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a ball of gas just because the sun.
No, I'm saying it's more like a liquid hot magma, but it's like a burning stuff is what it is.
No, they claim it's a 92%. They say it's 90%. 92%.
Now listen. When we get up to where you'll say fisheye lens, there's not enough room for the countries we know exist because that glowing. Do you see that glowing in the distance? That's where it starts to cut over to where you can't look down over it.
It was a fisheye lens.
It's not glowing. That's haze.
I'm saying it to point your eyes to it, guys. Quit being remedial.
That looks flat as fuck to me.
Okay, hit pause.
Okay.
Okay,
wow,
if it's flat, okay, do you see the land part? If it is flat, you can't fit China and Russia and all this on that. Because you're going to see that line in all directions as it spins, and it's going to come back down.
You just have your
your perspective terminates at the horizon line. It's like a rendering. So basically, you can't see the whole Earth. It's impossible. Your vision is incapable of it.
Well, you can because we've been to space and sent shit to space.
No, when you say we, are you talking about people in the chat?
I was dropping the video before it completed.
We could bring it back up, but I just want to find something in the meantime. Is there more? Do we need to see more?
Yeah, it'll show that thing go up. It'll show the parachute deploy. It'll come back down.
How come I can't get service in the mountains out here, but they could do live feed in 1960 from the moon?
If you have
with the wire,
Starlink, you
with a
can get
landline.
service from the mountains.
It was a landline from the moon, right?
No,
It's like
it was
92.
it was a signal.
It's like 92 million miles or 100.
The signal was delayed. That's how they had the filler footage, because the signal had enough delay when they saw something they didn't want us to see.
Dude. You can't get past the Van Allen belt. It's not possible. It's been proven.
Okay, the Van Allen belts? Do you mean the electromagnetic field around the Earth? Is that what you're referring to?
I think he's referring to the NASA astronauts who said, "Oh, we don't even remember how we got through the Van Allen belt, but we did, and we made it to the moon."
Yeah.
They literally
they
said that
just
on the
got
record.
heavily radiated.
And they were fine, and then now we don't go past it.
You can't even prove that gravity exists. It's density, dude.
Yes, you can prove gravity exists. Pick something up and let go of it.
It's a theory, dude. It's a theory of first.
No,
first of all,
we
it's a
can't
theory of
prove
gravity.
all the sources and forces involved, but you know gravity exists because you drop shit and break it.
No, gravity is a theory that explains that.
So then why does a balloon? Hey, why does if gravity's
flying through the galaxy?
Explain this one very simple question. If gravity exists, why does the balloon fly up?
Because it's lighter than the pressure of this atmosphere.
But what about gravity, dude? Why isn't it pushing it down? Why is the balloon
Because
go
it's
up?
still lighter than the gravitational force. Why can't you float up? Why can't you float up like the balloon, dude? Why does a big enough balloon take you up?
Because I'm denser than the air that surrounds me, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. You're speaking the language now.
He said
It's called
density.
It's called density, not gravity, Tommy.
And the balloon is not that dense. Helium is
Exactly.
lighter than the air that's holding other balloons
would
down.
Float up in the air is because it has helium inside, which is lighter
Right.
than
So
air.
if you blow a balloon up with your breath and have another balloon with helium, why does only one of them go up?
Gravity should
Because your
gravity
breath is
should-
denser.
Yeah, but
Because your breath is what?
Your breath
Gravity
is
should
denser
hold it
than the
down then.
helium. And check this out.
Exactly. And what is holding that what is it that's making that denseness stay here and the lighterness not stay here?
You're
It
making
can't be
it zero
proven
sense.
that it can't
You're
be
trying to
proven that
turn
it's due to the
gravity
mass of the Earth.
The thing is I don't know where to. I am not a Bill Nye. I am not an 8th grade teacher, but I know what I know.
What we think
I know you're just a
Tommy.
crackhead.
Where's the
What we
fucking
think-
curve, Tommy?
what we think is gravity is our
Infrared
Beyond
camera.
the window that he's looking out of, you can only get this shot by being high enough to catch the curve. He's just
And
the
that looks-
same way you
that
guys
looks
say.
flat to
The
me.
same way you guys say it's a fisheye. He
This
is
is a
only
way
in
better
that
camera
square
than they
of your.
used in that
Like when you
video,
put your
Tommy.
thumbs and fingers
This is
up
a
like a
way better
viewfinder as
camera.
a director,
Infrared.
that's what you're looking at right now.
Infrared means it cuts through the haze. This can see way
Right, but you're
farther than
still not
that
seeing
camera
the
that they had on
wide
that
frame.
thing.
You're not seeing the wide frame shot.
I
You
can show
see,
you-
he's
I'll
in
show
a
you all
he's
kinds of-
in a
This is the first
compartment.
one I
He
got.
can't look around because he's in a compartment.
Look how flat that
Yeah,
is.
but dude,
Yeah,
the thing-
watch the Dude
Tommy,
Perfect
shut up
one.
for a
They go
minute.
up into
Shut up
space
for a
and they
minute,
look
Tommy.
out better than that.
No, listen. When you're looking out at that fucking image, dude, the distance between one.
So my
one
video
side of-
is
No,
no
listen.
proof, but
No,
your
shut up.
video is all
Listen,
proof.
shut
You
up,
Canadian
You
fool.
fucker, you won't let me finish. If you look
Because
from one side of the
there's
image to the
nowhere to
other,
go.
fuck, you're an asshole.
No, you're an asshole. I like
No,
you,
you're not.
HW, but you don't understand how you're being
No,
wrong.
I don't have to understand because you're just shooting me a bunch of fucking nonsense, man. You're fucking full
No,
of
that's
shit.
my line, my dude.
Dude, shut the fuck nut.
You
That's my
you
favorite
remind
word.
me of a guy
Fuck
that
nut.
says he stands on rights while telling me I was penetrated by a transsexual in the butthole. I'm like, well, that can't be truth and rights because I know that
Whoa.
didn't
Well,
happen.
you've also been penetrated by your indoctrination through the
It's only
butthole,
half true.
seemingly.
Indoctrination. The
You've
indoctrination
been
that has me
penetrated
making
by
the
hundreds
butthole
of
for
thousands
sure.
of
Look, it says
dollars
right
off of
there, flat
knowing
Earth is
things.
conspiracy. It's a disproven conspiracy. It says it right there. Why don't you guys?
You're
just,
using
Why don't you
an
just believe
internet
that?
connection that. Never mind.
just believe
I'm gonna
Wikipedia.
do
It says it
drugs.
Okay,
right
can
there.
I'm gonna do
Okay,
drugs
can
that
I-
aren't
can I-
meth for anyone that wants to talk about my business publicly. It's not meth. I'm gonna do drugs.
Okay, well, Tommy, real quick, you have, you can kind of hold a conversation. I don't know if it's just because you're on some shit or whatever, but whatever.
No, I'm not on shit yet. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to hear you guys out, and I'm gonna like not meditate, but I'm gonna like mull it over, and I'm gonna try and think of the easiest beeline I can make to get through your cognitive thing, you know?
I have cognitive. So for me, if things are banned on the internet and they're not promoted on MSM, like to me, it's an automatic red flag. So anything.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
That means anything.
What is
MSM,
the thing that's banned?
The propaganda. Well, if for the longest time,
Look
flat
at the bottom
Earth
of that
channels
video.
are
The
banned.
bottom of that video has one of the
banned.
propaganda things on it right there.
How many astronauts died keeping
You're
the
gonna believe
secret?
that too, right?
Do you really believe that
Straight
many
from
men
YouTube.
would die and not say, "Hey, I never went"?
How many astronauts have really been into space and then not
a lot
even admitted it
a
later?
lot. I'm gonna say it like Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle talking about the Jews in California, like a lot.
How many flat
There's a
earthers do you
lot.
know who have been
lot of
canceled
Jews.
and deplatformed and censored?
In Utah, Mormons are called
As
mountain
many as
Jews.
there are astronauts that been to space.
It's really crazy.
Why
They
did
censor it
a
like crazy.
teacher die on the way? Why would we tell?
And it's
Why would
indoctrination.
we go
We've
through
been-
the effort of
we've been
making
put-
children think they watched a teacher die on TV?
Well,
To
because the Russians
fixate
can.
us
For
on
fucking
the
money,
idea.
Tommy.
It's all
So-
reinforcement.
But we
It's all
haven't all
reinforcement.
seen it. Okay, so you
Emotionally
guys have
attached
never
to
seen.
space
You guys
travel.
have never seen that we wreck stuff into the moon to test the what's the word for
Oh,
like the
give me a
earthquake?
break.
The seismic activity.
Give me a break,
We
Tommy.
test
No
that
one,
by
you don't know
crashing
that
stuff into the
shit.
moon, and you don't know they did that. Why would they keep that secret from you and just do that?
Because
And if it was
brings
fake,
back money.
why
All about
aren't
money.
they up your ass talking about crashing shit into the
$52
moon
million
for
a
seismic
day lie,
activity?
Tommy. $52
What?
million.
If they teach it in school, if they teach it in indoctrination camps at school, then it's fucking, to me, it's a done deal. I don't
Are you
really
saying
believe
that
Same here.
everything in
Same
school
here,
is
man.
just to lie to you?
Most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I
Because
don't
there's
know why I'm even debating. It's like then we disagree there. Like I said, I look for the thing where we disagree first. And if you think your entire, I'm not saying your schooling doesn't have
Hey, this
a
guy's
level of slave indoctrination. I'm saying if you think that's all it's about for 12 years of your life, then we don't have to fight over shapes.
You don't think the Rockefellers
Hey,
organized the American Education
I
Institution
think
to
there's
control?
things
very
I
much
learned
for
in
saying that,
college
sir.
that should be
What?
taught in the third grade. I'll say that much. Like,
Tommy,
yes, there are things we learn in
obviously
college
you're
for money
fully
that should be
indoctrinated and you
taught in
actually believe
preschool
in that
to keep
Rockefeller
us
bullshit.
from doing this.
Dude, I think
the
you need-
difference, the different. Oh, sorry, go ahead, OCW. Sorry, my bad.
I was just thinking, like, Tommy, I guess you eat meat too.
Here's the thing. Each person individually, what are you laughing about? What the fuck are you laughing about?
Answer the question, fuck. Answer the question. Yes or no? Do you eat meat?
You've asked too many questions that were dismissible. Listen, each person
it isn't
has their
dismissible
individual how they learn best, whether it's audibly or visually or interaction. And there's like 3 to 5 solid ways a person learns. In your first semester of college, they make you find out which one you are, and then the rest of the time the teachers will work with which one you are to help you learn. Why do we not do that in like
Bullshit.
second, third grade
I'm
is
sorry,
my
but
question.
that's bullshit, man.
What is bullshit? The thing I just
What
said?
you just said. What they
But
do
I
is
proved
they
it with
fucking
Paul and
categorize
Slade.
you. No, they categorize
I proved
you
it with Paul
in
and
their file
Slade.
system,
Listen,
and
I
they're
was
fucking
I was
wrong.
on his show whenever he was talking about Chili asked him not to smoke blunts on camera when he came for an interview. And Paul was like,
This is
hands
bullshit.
down, I
This
will
is
not do
bullshit.
it. I
don't
will
know
not
what the
go to
fuck
this
you're talking
interview if
about,
I
but
can't smoke
what
blunts.
this seems to
And
me
I
is
was
like
saying
extreme
to him,
derailment,
Paul,
and the only thing
you
here
tell
to do
me all
is
the
take
time
all the
I
fucking
can't show
attention
guns
onto
on your
you,
camera,
so
and because
everybody
it's
just
your
listens to
channel,
what you
I
have to
respect
say.
that.
Nobody gets
Is
anything
this
to say because
fucking
you're fucking
OTW that's
talking over everybody
talking?
all the time. Yeah, because I'm fed up of hearing your bullshit, man.
No,
Fuck.
that's your bullshit.
No.
Fucking
No, all we hear
listen.
on the stream, the whole fucking stream for the past fucking hour.
We're
is
talking
you,
to the
man.
guy that thinks
You're just
Ian
fucking
is the
blah,
person
blah,
to
blah,
cite
blah,
as
blah,
like
blah.
Iron Man. The fact you
Shut up
made
a minute,
Ian
man.
Iron Man, I can't even
Fucking Jeff
respect you
put his
right now.
mic down or something. This guy is absolutely, completely fucking. He's blowing my mind right now. I don't believe this guy, man. He doesn't shut
You know
up.
what would blow your mind
No,
more?
no, I
If you
can't stand
found out
listening
my
to you
brokerage
anymore, Tommy.
account, that's
You're
not a
just
phone
fucking
number. You'd be like, "Oh, is
spitting out
that the
a bunch
phone
of
number to your
fucking bullshit
brokerage people?" I'm like, "No,
morons.
that's the
You don't
fucking
even
dollar
fucking
amount.
take the
It's
time
not a
to
phone
fucking
number."
make an
Damn it, where's
inquisition
my
on your
Telcard
spirit and your
glasses?
own self to fucking realize
Get
that
my
what you've
Telcard
learned in
glasses.
your life is a bunch of fucking lies. And even the fucking language that you speak is a fucking spellbound language to keep you indoctrinated and enslaved into this fucking system.
Like, what did
Do
you say
I
that's
look
spellbound?
do I
Yeah,
look
man.
enslaved?
Yeah,
What-
you
what
are.
were the words
Because all
that
you
you
say
I
is
do
a
whatever
bunch
I
of
want.
fucking
How am I
things you learn
enslaved?
in your so-called
No,
college.
you look like
and make you-
you look like
That's-
Voldemort.
How am I enslaved
You
if
look like
I
a
can't
Spiegel.
think of anything
Your
I
Where's
can't
mind is
do that I
enslaved,
want to
Tommy.
do?
Your mind is enslaved. Hence
I
you are
don't think
enslaved.
so. My
Yes, you
mind
are.
will
Hey,
stand
Tommy,
against
completely
you
enslaved.
guys or
Tommy.
the unslaved.
Completely.
Hey, Tommy,
it's
put your picture
absolutely,
up.
dude.
Put
Come
your
on, man.
picture- Like, I'm the
I
president.
just watched you guys
Please
sit
accept
here and
the fact that
specifically
you
tell
enslaved your own mind.
ChatGPT to tell you
You're
what
believing
you
a
wanted
bunch
to
of
tell
lies,
you and it
and
wouldn't.
you're up here on the panel defending a bunch of lies. So explain to me.
You
what the
are up
fuck
here
you
on the
really
panel
think.
denying anything
No,
you see.
I'm denying what is fucking lies. I am denying the globe because I think it's a bunch of lies. Go onto the fucking
You
site of
think
NASA.
it is?
Go
That's
research
true.
your
You
stuff.
think it is?
And look at all the fucking CGI photos. Look at all the fucking Photoshop photos. Look at all the
Do
fucking
you go
fake
by
imagery. Look at all
time
the
zones?
studio footage that they did. Look at all the
Do
fucking.
you agree that it's
Buy a weather
nighttime
balloon.
for me,
No,
but
you
not
don't
for
fucking
somebody
realize,
else?
and you
Do
fucking
you
have
agree?
a ton of evidence in your fucking face, and you don't fucking see it, man. That's called
Do you
cognitive
agree
dissonance.
that time zones
No,
are a
Tommy, I've
thing?
had enough. I can't stand listening to you anymore.
You can't stand
You're
truth.
a fucking channel derailer. You're a fucking stream derailer,
Wait, where's the
man.
bomb? Drop the bomb, Jeff.
Jeff, I sent you a video of a magic gravity-defying balloon in the private chat. You should pull that
I
up.
definitely need a
The whole
bomb.
time he's been here trying to fucking bring the conversation elsewhere than what we were trying to talk about. I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, what are you guys
Did
trying
he
to talk about
leave?
again?
Did he leave? Did he rage quit? Or did y'all put him
I
in the
think
back?
so.
I think you might have rage
I
quit.
think he ran.
Okay, OTW, yell at me now.
No, I don't want to yell at you, man. You're cool, man.
You guys
You're not
should,
here to, no, but you're
all-
not here to take up all the attention and fucking have your fucking voice heard by everybody because you can't fucking bring up your own fucking channel and debate these things with people on your channel. No, you have to come up here and fucking derail the stream, grab all the attention for yourself, and fucking I mean, I can't stand people like that. I mean, it's like shut up for 5 fucking minutes. Let somebody else have a say. Let somebody else speak their mind. Let them
can we
bring their opinion.
can we play? Hey, can we play OTW's fucking music video? I kind of
We did.
I wish he would have saw.
You like
No,
it?
dude, I kind of
Yeah.
like they played it
Good.
earlier, and I can't even hate on it, dude. I think it's actually I actually dig it, dude. I'm not
Really?
gonna, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I dig
Thank
that
you, man.
shit.
That's really appreciated, man. Thanks a lot, man.
No, dude. I mean, honestly, there's kind of a hook to it. It's catchy, dude. It's actually catchy, and you're spitting truth. So I like it. I was digging it. Like
Dude,
Paul played it
I
earlier.
tried like
And
5
he
different
wasn't even
ways
really
of singing
he,
that
he
song.
wasn't even he wasn't even hating on it that much actually either because I think he kind of knew. There's a hook to it, dude. I liked it,
No,
I
it was
kinda
good.
like
It
that,
wasn't
to be
bad at
honest.
all. For his first time,
dude. Have
for
you
his
seen
first
it, Jeff?
draft,
Yet?
it was really
Have
good.
you and Allie seen it yet?
Yeah, we watched
I
Yeah, we
it.
just
did it a
watched
little
it.
bit earlier.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
You
I
still
think
have the link?
It kind of, dude. It kind of slaps, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I dig it. Props on that.
Dude,
I'll give
I
you
wish
props
that
on
guy was still here to see this balloon because it totally throws the whole thing of gravity out the window because he's trying to say that like helium is lighter than the gravity force and that's why it floats. But if that
Yeah,
were the case, then
that
there would
makes
be no way you
clear
could get. It sounds like it makes sense, but there would be no way for this to happen where you could fill a balloon with half helium, half air, and have it suspended perfectly, like still in the medium where it won't go up or down. You know what I mean?
Oh,
At
yeah.
some point, gravity's going to act on that and bring it down, or helium's going to be stronger than gravity and bring it up.
What if it's
because
equal?
gravity?
Exactly.
But because if both of those forces neutralize, then it's just gravity pulling the rubber down. You know what I mean? If the air force
There
is
you go, Jeff.
neutralized, then it'd just be gravity acting on the balloon. So there's no way it could ever stay still like that, according to that explanation that he was given. Which is why I wish he was still here for that.
The force
Yeah,
of
that-
gravity has a strength, and on the moon,
Oh.
that strength
he
is
is
God,
different.
he's back.
No, I'm not back for long because I just came back to tell OTW that little apology shit he did over Paul Enslaved and Ian. That shit was bullshit. Because now you just revealed the thing that they always say. Oh, he doesn't have a channel we can hate on, so that's why he should shut the fuck up. Fuck that logic. I'm telling you guys, I'll still be your friend when you have to come to terms one day that you looked stupid for a long time, and I don't want you to eat a bullet over it any more than Paul Enslaved would probably want to eat a bullet when he realizes how
Dude,
long
will
he
you just
looks like the
fuck off?
jackass he is.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
The
I smoked too
helium
many joints to
balloon
even
is
remember what you're
is
saying.
beyond the force of gravity here. It's
What
why
about
on
the
the
one that's
moon with
stuck?
no atmosphere, a hammer and a feather drops at the same speed.
Hang on, time out. What about the balloon that we just showed you that was
What
suspended
about
in
my
the
boner?
air
When
that wasn't
when I
going
get a
up
boner-
or down?
When I
How
get a
did they
boner
do
and
the
it
footage where
rises
he
up, why
drops
doesn't
the
gravity
hammer
keep
and
my
the
boner
feather and
down?
they both land at the same time? How did they do that?
Because it's the same
I
rate,
just
but
wanna-
it's not due to gravity.
Tommy.
It's due to an electromagnetic force that pulls down objects.
Oh,
that are
now
dense.
you agree on electromagnetic force, which is a sphere? Just like
Excuse me,
whenever you
time
have an
out.
electric
What?
current, it creates the electromagnetic force around it.
You know, I
Yeah,
know
but
what
it
the
creates it
problem
in a
is, Tommy.
toroidal form. It creates it in a toroidal form, and that's actually what flat
Oh,
Earth
hold
is.
on.
Flat
Hey,
Earth,
can-
flat Earth,
hey, can you
where are
back
you
that-
flat Earth
basing
is
back that video up?
this science off
There
of?
was a UFO
It's
out
because
there.
Tommy
I think I
hasn't
saw
seen my
UFO.
video yet. Dude, you should listen
Electricity
to my video,
is
Tommy,
my
and you'll be
major.
convinced.
Hey, can we
Dude,
fucking watch
just watch
that
my video,
video? I
Tommy.
love it.
Yeah,
I
I
like it.
already
All right,
shared
well,
it.
I'll be back. I'm leaving, not raging.
No,
My
no,
thing is
Oh,
rage
we were
staying.
we were finally getting flat Earth. We were
Watch the
finally getting
video,
into flat Earth.
No, you will
100.
never convince me of flat Earth because it's like going back to believing Santa is real. You don't understand.
No, it's just observing the truth, bro. It's just giving up your
exactly.
preconceived notions.
Do not shoot
about
yourself
space.
or hang yourself one day when we are still alive and we can shoot one of you into space for cheap.
Well, I can't wait to see that day happen.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
this
that. Look at that.
lens.
Is that a fish
Look
eye
at the
lens on the
curve.
flat Earth?
Look at
Oh,
the
that's-
sphere.
yeah,
The
that's
sphere.
round Earth right
There's the
there.
curve.
Okay,
There's the
so
curve.
if you
That's it.
guys say this about fisheye lens, why do you not see that artificial sun is a photography thing? That pixelation that AK had in his fake sun picture, that's just the photography. That's the lens making that pixelation.
No one said anything about a fake sun, bro. We were talking about a balloon
Yeah.
that was stuck in the middle of.
I gotta-
But
I
it's
gotta-
it's
the
not
only thing
about
that- the
fake
only
sun.
thing I
It's
got
about
that's
the
round is my butt.
photography aspect. Whether it's
got a round
fisheye
butt, not a
lens
flat butt.
or pixelation in the lens, it's
I have
all
a question for the
photography.
flat earthers. Is the moon
Oh, I
flat?
like this. Hey, Tommy, just shut
The moon-
the fuck up and let's watch this video, and you're gonna be
No,
convinced.
that's rage staying. I'm going to civilly
Rage
leave and catch
staying.
y'all later.
There's no such.
I
I love
already
this.
saw this when I got here. It is the best flat Earth rap I've ever heard of multiple.
Yes, thank
Still
you.
not true.
And it's because it's
Still not
because
true.
it's true.
I'll just make a rap about a globe. I'll just rap about the globe. Then what?
Well, then do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go write it. Dude, Jeff, you remind me, who's the guy that's like the right wing troll comedy guy? What's his
A
name?
really good looking model.
X Hexenhammer.
No, it's a
Really
dude.
good
And he the guy that Alex Stein. You
Just
remind
two-
me of Alex Stein for some reason, my dude. You should lean into that a little bit.
Alex Stein, Primetime '99.
Fuck yeah, my dude.
No,
Oh,
I'm way
his
better
favorite
looking
big butt Latina. There's my favorite big butt Latina.
than- Hey, can we? I want to hear it.
Yeah, peace
Shut
out.
up, Tommy.
Here, I'll back it up.
I wonder if we're even still on, like on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
Yo, listen up. I got some bombs to drop about the shape of the earth. It's not what we thought. Forget what you learned in your science class. The earth is flat, and I'm here to tell you the facts. The earth is a disc, not a ball. All the proof that you've seen, I mean the writing's on the wall. The horizon is flat, and that's a fact. No curvature here, no time to backtrack. Flat earth, it's a different perspective. Open your mind, don't be selective. Question what you've been taught all these years. Join the movement, open your ears, yeah.
I like it, dude. It's got a hook. I like it.
Check it out. I mean, NASA's been lying to us with their green screen and the CGI, Photoshop and everything just to keep us in the
This needs to go viral. I'm gonna share the fuck out of this.
to keep us in this mental mind state. The sun and the moon, they're not far.
You got to do something like this, Jeff.
They rotate around us in a
I think
circular
Jeff
motion.
Harlow needs to do a music video, a rap.
Flat earth,
Dude,
That'd be pretty good.
Dude, what happened to him?
open your mind. Don't be selective.
Someone was trolling him from the panel, I think, or someone was trolling him from the show over there, the chat, and it freaked him out. And I think he just like decided to lay low. But he hit me up on Instagram, and was like, you know, really super coherent, and like I was looking at his Instagram, I was like, this seems like a normal dude. You know, but
Yeah, it's kind of weird he disappeared. But I mean, like I asked you guys, and you said you got blocked by Paul, and I was like, he hasn't mentioned much about it. I finally saw Brian on their day, so I think everyone was like kind of hanging with the saga to see what happened, and then it's just nothing. But whatever, I don't know really what to say about that. Like that,
yeah,
I mean, that's the only thing.
Like he wants us up there, so you know.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of only time I've ever kind of questioned anything about what's going on is because you guys were regulars, and it seems like he never really blocks anybody. So when you were like, yeah, he blocked us, I'm like, really?
Well, he like blocked Ali from the chat one night, and then the next day I went to go get on the panel, and he just left me backstage. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess he doesn't want us up here anymore.
Yeah, I got really pissed. The night that I was fucked up when I talked to you, when I was kind of, I couldn't even really go back and rewatch it. So I kind of felt embarrassed because, like, I had like wine teeth, like really like bad.
I didn't notice you having wine teeth, bro.
Oh, dude, I saw it, dude. I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, dude, did I just embarrass myself?
You said you didn't go back and watch it.
Well, no, I just watched barely, dude. I watched like 2 minutes, and I was like, oh shit, I don't even want to know. Like, that's why I just asked you. I'm like, I didn't make too much of a fool of myself, did you?
No, dude, you're having a good time. Good fun.
But yeah. And then I went on Z's channel, and then Z was being a fucking dick, and it made me think it was the first time I really thought Z's a, piece of shit agent or something. I don't know. Like it was weird, really weird. But then again, I could have been in my head and my ego. That maybe I was just drunk and he didn't want me disrupting his panel, and he just kept me in the back. So he kept putting me in the back, and it was the first time I've ever.
Oh, I saw that. That's right. Actually, I watched that to see that because someone was talking about it in some other chat. They were like, "Oh, did you say Jeff Peaser on Z's?" And like Z was being a dick, so I went and watched it. And like, yeah, he just like threw you backstage. I was like, I think you like you were just trying to talk, and it was like weird, and like he thought you kept interrupting him, and he like put you in the back or something. It seemed like, but
well, yeah, he just kind of just like, hey, do the thing. He's like, I'm gonna conjecture. Like he's got a lot of like words. Like
he doesn't understand that word. That's not like a cool, smart word to use. You're basically like he needs to start saying speculate. Like speculate.
Yeah, no.
Conjectures based
that's
in
literally
nothing.
What it is. Like he basically puts out a
narrative based in fact.
Yeah, like but it's kind of like
and then he's got Paul's main now, and it's like, no, stop saying that word. It's not the right word to use. It's trying to sound smart, but it's like
Well,
Conjecture means
what I found myself is like, I guess it wasn't until it was happening to me, because he did that to you guys. And then once it's kind of like the mainstream media, you keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's like Mockingbird shit. So you say it enough and it's true. And so they're like, you're a fucking beta cuck. You're a beta cuck, beta cuck, beta cuck. I don't want to conjecture. You want to know the truth. And he says that a lot too. If you want to know the truth, but to me, if you say you want to know the truth, it's almost like a backhanded way to think,
hey,
like,
trust me.
Like, no, yeah, trust me. And it doesn't even sound genuine. So
It's a presupposition.
I haven't said much. I don't want to talk shit. It's whatever. But I'll talk to him in person when I need to eventually. But you know, it's an interesting dynamic. Like, I was thinking, I was worried about being drunk one night, you know, on a platform or something, and then I'm thinking about these other people that they just fucking slay and just focus
Dude,
on.
you were
just,
pretty fucking wasted on Z's show, man.
I was. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
You weren't as wasted as you were on my show.
No, I think I went to Z's after yours. So yeah, that was probably the most wasted I've ever been online. So that's kind of embarrassing for me. But I guess I got.
It was just weird because like a few hours before that, you were a lot better. Like, did you drink more from Benton's to Z's show? What happened?
I was drinking wine the whole time, and I haven't drank red wine in forever. So I just kept drinking throughout the night, and I just stayed up late. Yeah, it's nasty. I had the worst hangover ever, and then I kind of felt silly. That's why I was like, I couldn't even go back and really watch it because Jeff, you posted it, and you're like, oh, on Facebook, I saw you posted your thing, and I was like, oh God. And then I watched like 3 minutes. I watched 3 minutes of it, and I was like, I don't think I could watch the whole thing.
I didn't know you cared that much.
No, it's okay. Okay, yeah, I didn't watch it back. I guess it's more in my mind, but I guess I was a little tipsy.
No.
Whatever.
You were a little tipsy, like, you know, but you weren't like sloppy or anything.
I was still being, I mean, I don't think I was mean, or like, the thing is, I'm not mean, and I was on, I'm probably honest, but I was probably just kind of probably slurring a little. I don't know. Anyways, you're
like,
I get the same way you get when I get drunk. I get all like all kind of like nice.
I get
and
my
lovey
feelers,
and
man. And dude, I want to hug everybody, love everybody, fuck everybody, cupcake. But like, in a good way for my friends, you know. Like, I'm not a mean person, so I think it just accentuates my.
I'm from Canada, man. It's Cupcake Land.
Yeah, I get overly emotional when I drink.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Rob, I'm gonna introduce you to my sister, Rob. Rob, my sister, dude. I'm trying to hook my sister up with Rob.
Shit, man, I'll fly out to Texas. I ain't got no children. I'm on I can make time.
She's a better version of me. Okay. I mean, no. I mean, we're twin. I mean, like, we're really close. So that's my girl, man. I'm really close to my family. No, we're not twins, but I mean, we're really, you know, like we're close, like we're tight. So
what is this music playing in the background? Okay.
Sorry, I yield.
What's up, Rob? You working?
Shit, yeah. I was just about to say, I'm here at the plantation right now.
Where do you, like, I don't want to dox you, but what do you do?
I'm a security officer. I do access control, so I just let
cameras and
residents
shit
in. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you mentioning that.
He tases motherfuckers. They get out of line.
Yeah. No, I when I was working at the Golden Nugget, when I was working at Golden Nugget, there was times where, you know, it called for that, but I never did that. You know, other security officers would do that, but
Do they let you use a gun?
Well, it depends on what you're working at. I was third-party security at the Golden Nugget, so I couldn't do anything. It would have to be like the in-house security guards that do all the shit. Unruly slaves.
I guess Walmart, if like your ex like police, they'll just pay you to fucking sit around like $100,000 salary, just the fucking asset retention or some shit like that. If you want to
asset protection, yeah, I used to do that. I did that at Walmart.
I'm not sure if this is
the room,
YouTube
watch
appropriate,
the
but I mean,
camera.
it's not like I've had it up for like a year now, and I haven't gotten any TOS strikes. So
Yeah, I mean the whole asset protection thing. It's I don't know. I didn't really like it too much.
Oh shit.
Protagonist.
Oh, I remember this guy. This one's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but this dude's just like, nope, you guys are fucked.
I've been seeing
It's
a
like
lot of
straight out of a
videos.
movie. Like it's
I've been
pretty
seeing a
fun.
lot
It's
of
little
like
fun.
I've been seeing like a lot of videos on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Like they were making the rounds. It's just I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to sound like Ian, but like it's really low vibe. It like makes me sad. Like when I see people getting punched in the face or shot, just walked
So
up
is
on.
this
It's
what you
just
do,
like,
Rob Cleveland?
makes me sad.
Sort of.
That's right.
I mean, there's not really much to look at where I'm at. I'm not sure if you can see that, but
Damn.
Rob, do you have a finishing move like Mortal Kombat?
no, I don't get physical. If anything, I just bear hug a motherfucker.
Are you capable of it? Are you trained in any martial arts?
I think you could like dread slap him.
I'm not trained in martial arts, but I am like.
Well, like, do you know like a rear naked choke or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not like incompetent.
No,
I'm a pretty frail guy, but I know some shit.
Rob, did you
Being
watch
frail,
UFC last night?
No.
Yo, I watched that shit. Those fights
That
were
shit was
awesome.
sick.
That shit was so killer. What was your favorite fight?
Got to be John Jones.
No, that was boring
That
as
was pretty
fuck.
sick.
Well,
I
I
mean,
wasn't.
you gotta
I'm not
think
a
about all the
huge
French
fan of
people
John
who were
Jones,
coping about that.
but I wanted to see them fight. Because Cyril Gahn's fucking cool.
That's it.
I don't know, what was our favorite fight, babe? The girls' fights were all pretty good.
The Tina fight was pretty.
Valentina got shut down.
Throwing the
got
spinning back kick.
choked out. Yeah, for doing a stupid spinning back kick at the stupid time.
Are you guys in different rooms right now?
Yeah, she's in the room and I'm in the living room.
Nice.
Who was that one guy with the weird ass name that fought right before like two fights?
The little
before
skinny
Valentina?
legs, the black guy?
Nah.
Oh, the Asian guy, the Asian Russian guy. He was
The Kazakhstan dude?
Yeah, he was
That
good.
was sick. That was so sick.
I mean, he caught a lot of punches. But he when he his defense, he had really cool defense at certain times. He didn't use it a lot, but no, that guy was really good. I want to watch him. He was cool. He's like a Mongolian Tartarian guy, you know.
He called out
Skinny,
Colby, so I mean that should be a good fight if they make it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Colby's a beast.
You think he'll walk through the Kazakh?
I don't know. Well, all these guys are getting old now, you know. Oh, Cody looked good. Cody looked really good. Garbrandt?
Yeah, but like his plane has flown. His flower has blossomed, you know.
Yeah, he looked pretty fucking good last night, though. He was fast.
Damn, I'm gonna.
He was way faster than that dude he was fighting. The couple double legs he got were sick. But I thought he was on his way out because all these guys are getting old, and Darren Till just got dropped. That's kind of a bummer. Darren is funny.
Jorge's gonna get dropped like a
yeah,
stone.
yeah, Jorge. Well, wait, didn't he just sign a pretty big contract though? He'll get dropped when the contract.
I don't know, but I have a.
It was
I
a
have bad
flash
feeling
pan.
for
Who got
Jorge.
that
They're
big.
gonna fucking let him go.
Well, and
That dude's-
he sucker punched Colby, didn't he? Or no, who'd he sucker punch?
Colby, he sucker punched.
Yeah,
Colby
he
at a
sucker
restaurant.
punched Colby and fucked his eye and his jaw up. Just pretty lame.
Disgraceful.
But it was cool seeing Nick and Nate at the fight too. That was funny. Those two fools.
Stockton.
But yeah, those fights were good.
The
The
guy's
girls
name was-
girls are getting really good.
Well,
Yeah,
with women's MMA, it's like you got
Stop
like 5
fingering
of
us,
them.
Ellie.
With women's MMA, you got 5 of them who are like super great, and like the rest, they can't like.
Yeah,
can't
there's no competition for those couple of girls that are good. Yeah, that's how it's
There's, like,
been.
a fat skill ceiling.
But Valentina
Dude,
just
what,
got shut down, and what's her butt?
Yeah, that surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left or something.
Yeah, she was winning that.
She
whole
didn't.
fight.
She didn't look that big. She didn't look as big as she normal. All these these guys everybody gets, they get enough money and they just don't train as much, and then they'll get one loss and they'll come back and they'll get it back, and then, what's her name? But yeah, the fights have been fun.
They'll cut Jorge
I like
before
to
they
be in
cut
the
Tony
UFC.
Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, yeah, it was a bummer seeing him get so many losses.
Yeah, it was tough.
He's definitely due
What-
for a win.
What part of LA you guys in?
The Valley.
The Valley. So it's like, what is
Yeah.
it like? How close is it to Sunset Boulevard or whatever?
Like Hollywood proper, probably 25 minutes. Like if there's no traffic.
How far away is Highland and Franklin?
Franklin Highland. that's like Hollywood proper.
Okay.
I went and visited there like just one year. Like I had a couple of friends, and I guess he works at TMZ now. But like he took me everywhere, like all the cliche places. Like I went to, I went to, I guess, the Kids' Choice Awards or some shit. Shaq was there. I took a picture with him. And Manny from Manny from Modern Family was the host. So when he was younger. I met like the lady that does Bart Simpson's voice. We went to Fox thing. I saw Howard Stern in some place, and I went to what's like the most famous hotel there that everyone, like, where John Belushi died and
Roosevelt.
stuff. So yeah, I went
Roosevelt.
to I got taken to like all these like really elite. I saw so many celebrities, and I was like, everywhere you walked, I'm like, is everyone a producer or / actor? I met this guy. I guess he was the owner or the president of Fox News Network. Like, I don't know. I guess he did a lot of things, and so like they owned a home. I met him and his wife. They owned a home.
How
did
did this
Michael
happen?
Jackson.
How did this happen?
A customer that I knew, like that I met.
Oh, they just were
that's
like, oh, we're gonna show you Hollywood, and they just like had some connections.
Yeah, like I made friends with a customer, like these two, a girl and a guy. They were both from LA, and I was working in Atlanta at the time, and so.
I thought you said you were a kid when this happened.
No, not a kid. No. I was
okay.
I was an adult. No, this was like
And you went to the Kids'
2000.
Choice Awards.
Well, it was just one of the events that was going on at the time. So I saw Tim Tebow, and just I don't know. It was just like
you were just there to see celebrities.
No, it was just no. I met some friends, and then they were like, "Hey, man, we live in LA, dude, come out. We know people, blah blah blah," and they just kind of shoved me around town for like 5 days. So it was like a 5-day vacation for me, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it was interesting, but the city
Did
itself
this
was just like,
you?
Of course.
I missed out on my chance to get an authentic LA hat from LA, and I regret. I kick myself over it every time.
Hey, dude,
like
some of my
Dodger
That's
hat.
just a gas station hat with Los Angeles on top of it. I just wanted one from LA itself, but
Yeah.
LA
Yeah,
is
I
dope
don't
as
wanna-
fuck.
I don't
I
wanna-
miss it out there.
I don't want to put too much of my internet stuff out there, but I used to be a stripper.
What'd you say, Rob?
I said LA is pretty cool. I was out there for a few weeks a few years ago, and it's really dope out there. I miss it.
it's beautiful. I don't think I could live there though. I like guns too much.
Yeah. That's one of the big issues there.
Yeah, LA is
Oh, Vegas,
pretty
I was not
fun.
impressed.
It's lots of stuff to do, that's for sure.
Still some semblance of the Wild West on Vegas. Nice.
I mean, not as much as Alaska.
Or Arizona. Arizona's got the
Saying
best
as
laws.
regards to the West Coast.
Oh, El Perro, what's up?
The part of
Oh,
LA.
rocking on,
Hey,
dude.
hey, Wizard.
Yeah,
Wizard's the
that was the
UFC
guy.
guy?
Yeah, that was the skinny guy we were talking about.
Shavkat, that's his name. Rachmanov. Yeah, that dude was sick. Dude, I didn't know Wizard's a UFC guy. That's funny.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that was a good. That guy had some. That dude was really aggressive. That's for sure.
I think Wizard could probably wrestle with the best of them. That motherfucker
Wizard
can
can
choke
wrestle,
some.
really? Dang.
I think so. I think he could choke some people out.
Who?
Wizard.
Live in the now, man.
Oh God. Yeah, shouldn't have said that. No, it's on the record. Son of a bitch. It's a past life. But we all have our past lives. You were Holly, dude. I used to listen to you, dude. I remember I was working out at what's that thing that's 24 hours, like a fitness thing. I just remember I would be at the gym listening to Hollywood Undead. And I'd be listening to Hollywood Undead. Dude, like it could bring me back to memories for me.
Dudes while
I
getting
was
healthy.
kind of like I was a little like mini starstruck because I don't really know a lot of celebrities, but I was like, dude, Hollywood Undead was my jam for a minute,
funny.
dude.
Yeah.
I want to know which did you sing? Which songs did you sing? You're the vocalist?
Yeah, it was like during like it's basically like the first 8 songs I was in the band for before they put out the first major album.
And then he
but I was
died.
on all of them at one point. But
First
that's
major
like-
album. That was the one that had
you
number
get-
5 on it, right?
You get squeezed out or
number
something?
5 was something we put out before any album. But I was on number 5. But that's the song I was the least on. But the Swan Songs was the album they put out, and I don't think number 5 was on Swan Songs.
Okay.
That was their first like legit album out. And
That's why Jeffrey's like low key cool, because he didn't fucking promote that shit. Because he was like really kind of semi famous.
no,
like,
I was
pretty
I was less cool being in that band.
Well,
I
you
was a
said
rock
that they're all
star
fucking
before I was in that
Scientology.
band.
Like you said, they were all Scientology people, whatever.
Yeah, that fucking hit me like a brick wall when you said it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no one knew that for like years, and I outed them for being Scientologists and for lip syncing. But yeah, they straight up.
Oh
like,
yeah, what's that place like the Gans? What's it called? That dome. It's supposed to be from like Hugh Hefner's thing. It's supposed to be underground tunnels to it and stuff.
Oh, the Hollywood Bowl.
So
Is that what
like
you're talking about?
there's no. It's called like it starts with a G, I think. It's in Hollywood.
Oh, is it a movie theater?
Yeah. Say that again, Allie.
The Getty,
Yeah, the Getty.
the museum.
Getty Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's supposedly
so-
tunnels that lead to it. Yeah.
A
So
child trafficking ring being run out of that place and all kinds of stuff.
Like underground or
they have
supposedly.
trained,
But I went to the
trained
Getty.
Dobermen that like run all over the entire property. It's pretty sketchy.
Yeah, the people that I was hanging out with, they were like, Hugh Jackman's gay. they were talking about they have beards. I'm like, what's a beard? They're like, oh yeah, no, like all these Hollywood people they get married on these 10-year contracts, like Tom Cruise. And so immediately after 10 years, him and on the day of the 10-year concert, or
they divorce.
They divorce exactly 10 years because it's made for propaganda and for and making money,
famous
and like
and
they
shit, and like, wow.
Yeah, so like they put these power couples together, and I was like, I thought the guy was full of shit, and he was talking about all these sex parties and stuff, and I was like, no, that's bullshit. And then I was like, when I went to LA, I was like, there's some sick fucks here. I feel like it's kind of a demonic city, dude, to be honest. And that's kind of why like I didn't resonate with you guys in the beginning, because I was like, oh, dude, he's a band dude. He's from LA. You know, beta. You know,
I'm from Santa Cruz, actually.
Well, yeah. So they said the typical beta cuck thing, but like,
yeah.
I like looked at your stuff after we became friends.
Now
on
you
Facebook
say like every other word.
Am I doing that?
No, I'm talking about Jeffrey.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know if I was saying like, but in the beginning, I was thinking, you know, and then once I realized he was a band member and stuff, I was like, who is this guy? But the more you listen, dude, and pay attention, we're just all people, dude. We're just we're all fucked up. None of us really have the answers like to life. Like I uploaded like a shitload of stuff from my old phone when I was on point, when I wasn't drinking for 2 years, because I was going through my old phone today and I was doing a bunch of airdrops. I'm like, I'm just going to dump this shit on Facebook tonight, because I was making myself laugh looking at my old videos, and I was like, oh, this is funny. I'm funny without being drunk.
I love my own videos.
And I was on, and I felt like I was kind of on point, but I was like, yeah, it's one of those things where you look at, I feel like I was more in tune with myself. Definitely in this last year, I've been kind of like, that's why I don't come up on panel a lot, or I don't say a whole lot of shit. I play characters because I just know that I know I'm not like the best version of myself really at this point, and I'm trying to work on it still. I'm trying to get back to it. It seems like it should be simple and easy, but it's not. Like
that's the whole
life's not that simple, you know. So we're just all humans trying to get better. I think most people, we've all been brought together for some kind of weird reason, for one way or another. So I kind of feel like we're friends. Some people don't like to claim to be friends, but when you sit here and talk and listen to certain people, you kind of feel like you get to know them. It's like a reality show on steroids. So
we don't watch TV anymore, but we were trained to watch TV. So it's like, you know, like Allie says.
Yeah. Like I love Rob Cleveland. I feel like I do feel like I did have like in the beginning with you. I think I maybe told you that on that panel. I was like, in the beginning, I was like kind of had like a little disdain towards you or something. Like something rubbed me the wrong way. But the more you just listen and talk to somebody, it's just kind of like, especially after all that whole
yet.
What was that, Jeffrey?
Yeah, no.
I said I haven't won Rob over yet.
What makes you say that?
You've never been nice to me. Not once.
What?
Not once.
Did you see Allie's face when you said that? She's shocked as well. What do you mean?
It's always been something negative.
You think me saying I see you arguing with niggas every day on Facebook is negative? It's funny.
No, that's not it. You've just always kind of been like that at me. But like, I don't take it personal because you don't really know me yet.
Yeah, dude, I see you working on cars, and like, it's weird, the Hollywood dead thing. But I also like, when I gain the most respect for you is when Brian O'Shea came to your fucking place, and I was like, that dude's got some balls, because I don't know if some dude online, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, if you had a girl and she was on your arm and we're like on this open thing, right? We're all talking and you got some random dude saying, I want to fuck your girl. When I see her, I want to fuck her. Like, it wasn't like subtle. It was straight up, I want to fuck her. Hey,
yeah,
I said this.
I said this on Benton's stream. I would have shut all that shit down at the first.
Yeah, and so for Jeff to even allow it,
that's just me. I'm sort of possessive in that way.
How would you shut him down?
I would have.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. I would have just let him know, like, yo, you're not going to be talking to my woman like that. Again, I just did it again, the my woman thing. But
it's hard. It's hard.
No, I mean, to me that showed a lot of like, I was like, oh, Jeff's like, you can't call this dude a cuck at all. This dude let some dude into his house that verbally said online to the internet, I want to fuck your girl. Mister, I want to fuck your girl. And you guys like let him into your house.
Kind of funny.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, but you you hung out with him, worked on his car and stuff, and literally the whole world's watching. And so to me,
it was like, pretty weird.
I mean, I know it wasn't comfortable
about it. It was like a total normal thing to do, but that was the weirdest part about it, that there was like at least like 100 people watching.
Well, because I think it's obvious. Well, Rob, would you agree that Brian O'Shea fell in love with Allie? So he saw her in real life, and he really fell in love. That's my opinion.
He definitely got some strong feelings.
Thanks,
That's
JD.
obvious. But that I don't know. That's not entirely like Allie's
I wouldn't
fault.
say he fell in love. I would say he.
Well, I mean, he's
I
crushing
don't know.
on you.
Maybe I'm biased, but based off of his behavior after he left here, I wouldn't call that love.
I don't want to speculate or conjecture. But like, you know, you're a good-looking girl, and you know, a lot of guys that like would probably be around you would probably be attracted to you, and if they thought they had some kind of like connection or chance, like they might get in their feelings, you know. And I think that's all that happened. It wasn't like, it's not like rocket science.
Just so
it's
you know,
not
you wouldn't worry about that with me.
What's up, Rob?
What was that, Rob?
I'm just saying that's not my steez. That's not my get down. That's not how I get down.
Yeah, it's not how I get down either. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the moment for me where I was like, oh shit, Jeff. That's when I gained the most, like, I had a new outlook of him. Like, not that I didn't have respect for him or whatever, because who gives a fuck who I am, you know? We're just all people talking and stuff, but like, to put that out on a front street for that long and then all that happened, it was pretty, I was like, damn, that's pretty bold. Like, you can't call that dude a cuck. He's like, come up into my house. This is my girl. If you think you can take her,
I was like, you don't have the balls to do any of this stuff you're saying you're gonna do. Like, and he's just all,
yeah,
you know, like, yeah, you don't. You don't have the balls to do any of that, especially if you come over here, you know, like, and he was super nice when he was here, and it wasn't until, you know, he left and got on the panel again that he like kind of turned on us.
Yeah,
because he caught feelings. Just
I went on like 3 panels with him, and he was like completely fine, and then we got on the big panel, and he was just like, I don't know. It's like, okay, there's so much wishy-washiness going on, but you know,
yeah, and I'm not talking shit on him either. Brian seems like he's a nice fella.
He's a spineless douchebag.
I mean, it could be that. It could be that. I mean, I would be kind of pissed if after all this happened, you let him in your house and let him stay, and then he tried to get with your girl, and And then
I'm not pissed.
kind
It's just disappointing, like, you know. But like, it was
I did
like
not see
again,
that
it was a
coming.
net positive for us. We've had a pretty, you know, it's
Do you
been
guys cut off?
good for us.
Do you guys cut off all communications with him and shit?
No, I mean he hasn't. I think both of us were the last people to reach out to him. He's not responding to stuff, but you
Yeah.
know, like he's a little ashamed, I think. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's a little ashamed because he's telling us one thing and then saying something else in other places, and you know, so he's, you know, I don't understand him or his behavior, but whatever.
I feel like he's still just trying to find himself, like a lot of people. He's like kind of like a big puppy dog, you know. I don't think he's.
I was not expecting you to call him a spineless douchebag. Holy fuck!
What would you expect me to call him? He doesn't think for himself, you know.
He
That's pretty
definitely
spineless.
there's some douchebag behavior. I'm not, you know, not saying there's no hope for that human, but it was disappointing to say the least.
No hope for that human. Holy fuck!
Well, what do you think, Rob?
About what? The whole situation in its entirety, or man, that's
Why do you think
I
it's
think
weird
the whole.
that I called him that?
No, I didn't say that. I thought it was weird that you called him that. I wasn't expecting you to say that. It was funny.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I feel some type of way about it. It was just hilarious, and I wasn't expecting that. That's all.
Well, hey, Rob, didn't you get in some kind of feelings for your girl too? Recently, the girl you were seeing.
I mean, well, yeah, of course. She gave me a lot, and yeah, I mean, she's not one of these goofy bitches out here.
Yeah.
At least from what I was presented with. You know, and I'm still going off of that. I really don't have any suspicion or like reason to believe that she is one of these like goofy bitches.
What? Are you still talking to her?
Sparingly. I won't like really reach out to her. You know, I'll probably you know, I suggested we should just check on each other every few months or whatever. Because I'm not really the type to have like a constant communication like that. But you know, she called me. What was it, yesterday? For like a few minutes, because we hadn't really, I don't know, we hadn't really talked in a while, and she wanted to say what's up.
Wizard. The wizard.
Get back to the now, man.
Now. Hey, Wizard, should I? I'm gonna put on my Talcott glasses. Can you start yelling at me?
Tubcott
feel
almost
good.
exposed himself a couple times. You were like moving around. We're all whoa! Holy shit!
The bubbles weren't in your favor for a second there.
Oh no, it didn't show. You guys saw that? I think that was awesome. That's what Yurt was worried about. It's my dick popping out the bubbles.
The hexagon.
They kept me on the backstage for a minute.
It was funny because we just popped in for a second, and it was like the second you popped up, and we were like, "Oh my god, Jeff Tubcott's here!" And we're like, "Holy shit!" And then you left, and then it was like, "Oh, nothing happened."
Yeah. But dude, I wrote this whole script. I wrote this whole script because you know how Talcott's always like, right now is the moment, and the moment is now, and now isn't the present, and like he states a whole bunch of like non sequiturs, like, so I was like, water is purity, purity is cleanliness. Cleanliness is faith in God, and like I just started rambling bullshit. It's like, because it's a bunch of word salad with that motherfucker. It's like it goes nowhere to nothing, and I thought it was funny today. I wanted to clip him because he was like, I heard him say the first time, he's like, we got to look to the future. And I was like, wait, no. You're always talking about the now. Like, how did you just talk about the future? And I was like, dude. And like, I think I told Rob that yesterday. I was like, dude, I'm done. Rob was done. I'm like, I can't deal with this guy. Like, he's literally delusional, insane. I don't know. I don't even know how to react because, yeah, it's Talcott.
It's not out of the realm of possibility for some people's future, for some people's present to be our future.
That sounded like
get out of your
Nile.
imagination. I think you need to get out of your imagination and into the now. Is that your opinion?
I will not fall into a delusion so far as Talcott.
Yeah.
Unless I end up on the streets and on drugs.
I honestly, like, I'm a caring person, so I don't wish bad on anybody, dude. I want everyone to be good. So I kind of feel bad and sorry for him. I kind of feel like we're watching in real time. Like,
it's all his doing.
Yeah, it's kind of some crazy psychosis, but I still can't help but even want to kind of help the guy, but I don't know. Maybe there's no helping the guy. Like, I don't know.
There is no help for him because he won't help himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the craziest leap I've ever seen in my life. So I think we're surrounded by a bunch of smart people. Like, I think the panels are pretty high IQ. We all have, like, ways that we can challenge each other and get better and shit. So
I'll be back.
But I think that there's a lot of intelligent people that's in this, like, little micro community. So I got nothing but love, and I listen to everybody because I can kind of learn some shit from everybody. So I'm dealing with my own inner shit personally, and I think listening to everybody, like, put their shit on Front Street. Like I said, I felt like a little embarrassed because I was a little drunk on your platform and stuff, and I'm dealing with that.
I wouldn't have put it up if it was that bad.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that means it's not that bad. That's good. But I mean,
yeah,
like, I appreciate that. I appreciate you even listening to me that night. I was like reaching out because I was just, but.
No, it was fun, and it was the first live stream I've done like this format. So I mean, it was like I did one tester a couple months ago, but like it was my first one really. So, and it turned out to be pretty fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I do appreciate that. Like I said, I didn't look back so much. I think I just hit play for. I sped through, and I was like, my teeth looked like dark.
I don't remember seeing anything.
You don't remember that? Like, because
no,
there's like, I have like a tiny little Arnold Schwarzenegger gap, but you can't really see it. And I just feel like, for the most time, for the most point, it looks kind of pretty. But when it was, red wine on there, I was like, it just looked like I had this, like, I feel like I looked like a hillbilly. And I was like slurring, and I was like, God damn it.
I think we're approaching 3 hours.
Who's Jeff Pizer?
I am one.
That's this guy right here. That's Jeff.
That's me
talking.
Ah, okay.
Who are you, Bad Cat?
Thanks, Para.
Calling something real quick. I'm Bad Cat. I'm Bad Cat all across.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me kind of find.
Hey, Wizard. Hey, Wizard. I really do respect you, Wizard. So. I'm gonna take some more time to.
Oh shit!
I've went to your thing, and I've been starting to, like, watch some of your videos.
Videos are good.
I mean, like, the way that you speak, Wizard. It's like sometimes I feel like I'm a pretty smart dude, but some of that shit I'm trying to wrap my head around about, like, the grantor, beneficiaries, all this other shit, and, like, I'm trying to wrap my head around a lot of this shit, but I think Wizard's definitely a wealth of knowledge. He's like a little fucking stick of dynamite. He says he's 115 pounds, but he's 115 pounds of fucking nitrate, like C4. Fuck you, dumbass.
Sounds like he's a little beast.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we're hitting
Yes.
3 hours. Maybe we'll do
Okay.
final thoughts. And I got to eat something.
Final thoughts on what?
Final thoughts on the night. Outros.
ChatGBT sucks.
Yeah.
For the first like 10...
ChatGPT's.
Oh yeah, that's shit. Look, I said it in chat. Unlike the early internet, fucking chat, like AI is bureaucratized and censored from the get-go. There's no feeling out process. It's like companies are coming up with this shit, and the companies are going to make it ethical, you know, and censored and bullshit. The answer to that, I think, would be for like a group of people to have like a counterculture kind of AI that has no rules before they make that illegal to do or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
There we go.
I mean, there's no AI that doesn't have like parameters built into it.
Not to my knowledge. I won't say that there isn't, but not to my knowledge, there isn't one that you or I could go to right now and use.
Interesting.
I mean, every time. Go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say every time that like someone jailbreaks ChatGPT, fucking they patch it. But supposedly, I guess like the playground is a lot less restrictive in that regard.
And there's libs at the helm of ChatGPT.
What at the helm?
Leftists.
Not leftists.
Yeah.
But people who have something to gain from censorship.
Yeah. Obvious.
Yeah. Have you seen the side by sides where it says say something nice about Joe Biden and then say something nice about Donald Trump? It's like it's kind of miraculous to see because it says I can't do it for Donald Trump. He's a bad person. Blah, blah. Have you watched the side? There's a side by side.
Wow.
You can pull it up.
That's sketchy.
But it won't even let you say something nice about Donald Trump. ChatGPT is like, oh, I can't comment on Donald Trump because he's controversial. And then if you do it for Joe Biden, he's like, he's the best leader in the world, blah, blah. It's just like, it's really biased at this point. So it seems very liberal, left leaning. And for the AI, what it's putting out. So yeah, look it up.
I mean, it's so blatantly biased. It's like it could be just another form of data collection as well. I mean, it's a way to test out how people react to this rhetoric, and it's just recording what people are saying.
Yeah, let's see what it says. I'd be curious.
Is that a fair question to ask? You guys think?
Yeah, because I'm on Telegram, and so I have a whole lot of like side by sides on. Goes.
Yeah, I think it's saying it's not going to say anything nice, but it can say some things about
tax
it.
cuts and deregulation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but that
and do it for Joe
nice.
Biden. Do it for Joe Biden and see what it says.
It'll probably be way more detailed.
It's interesting to say the least. And it's kind of scary.
Yeah, Papa Legba. That's what I keep thinking. It's like this tech doesn't seem like real AI or anything. It feels like, I mean, ask Jeeves. Like you could ask Jeeves stuff, and he would respond like this 20 years ago. This really doesn't seem that fancy.
Tim, are you typing that fast, or is that that's ChatGPT? Okay, sorry.
That's exactly what it is, Jeffrey. Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
Yeah, that's a lot more. I'm going to ask it about former President Donald Trump again. Yeah,
What's
no,
up,
just
Austin? We're doing
yeah,
final
it's a lot more
words
vague on the former
appear.
president.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, my final words is I was in the bathtub and I was on mushrooms and I saw hexagons that were bubbles and they weren't really real bubbles, so they weren't circular, but they were hexagonal. And if you looked really deep like I did, I found the answers to reality. And I know that now it's real, but it's not. Okay.
Oh.
Hey guys, appreciate you guys let me on. Love you guys. I'm glad you guys are
Thanks
doing
for coming
okay.
by, Jeff.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah.
Catch you on the flip side. And if you guys want to come up here and ride bikes,
Yeah.
Ooh,
We're
yeah.
going north for the summer, man. I don't want to stay down here in the summer.
yeah. I think I just planted some seeds with my neighbor, so we got some new crossbreeds. Kim,
Wow.
double
Moms?
Kim OG mixed with mint chocolate chip. We're gonna call it fucking Jingle Bells. That's what he said.
My God.
And this other thing called like I guess he crossed everything with double Kim OG from like one of the guys that won Emerald Cup or something. They're buddies, so they mix seeds. So his is one. It's Tropical Sleigh Ride, and so he mixed it with Tropical Sleigh Ride, Grease Monkey, mint chocolate chips, and it's about go time. So I'm actually excited, except for we're about to get snow and weather for the next 5 days, but I'm about to start farming again, so you probably guys won't see me a lot because I'll start getting real busy. So I've been bored, but I love being around my peeps, my bored friends. Think you guys are great and appreciate you guys. And peace and love.
Peace.
All right. Well,
Final
thanks for
words,
having me
babe.
on, Streety.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming by. You're
No
always
problem.
welcome.
It was great.
Sweet.
Yeah, good show.
Later, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Later.
Later,
Guys, have a
Rob.
good night.
Thanks for coming by.
You too.
Night, everyone. Me and Allie will be going live probably in the next couple days on her channel, which is YouTube at Allie Foosh, ALIFOOSH. Make sure and follow her. We've been kind of going live every once in a while, but yeah, once a week. Good night. Peace.